Hey, Not.
Hi.
Hey. Are you super wasted?
I've got a good buzz on.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you... I mean, I think you have because you said you were, like, into somebody before. Have you ever kissed a boy?
That was the cutest thing.
I've kissed a boy.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What was it like?
Excuse me?
What was it like when you kissed him?
Have you never kissed someone?
No, well,
You're a lady. Your mom is a master of sexuality.
I was asking what it was like when you kissed someone, that's all.
Because you haven't done it.
Well, I didn't know if it counted.
Oh, well, what was the situation?
I was drowning.
Oh, you mean today? Oh.
Does that count, though?
Okay, well, I mean, let's take a look at this. Your lips pressed against each other.
Yes.
It meant something.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
Like I wasn't dead.
Yeah, alive. Yeah, that is the feeling.
Yeah.
And did it make your heart beat faster than being completely stopped how it was?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not dead.
If I had to do my first kiss over again, I would want all of those things.
Really?
Yes, that's the best first kiss. It's someone you care about.
Well, I didn't know if it
It
counted.
means something. You'll remember it forever.
I will. I will remember the like after part of it,
Oh, yes.
I was a little struggling at the beginning part.
Well, yes. Well, afterwards, I don't know if you felt this way. You just can't stop thinking about it, and you just sort of feel the sort of soft pressing against you, and almost taste him just for a little bit, and it doesn't go away for a while.
I think his tusks are growing back.
You felt a little.
Just a little bit of tusk.
Ooh.
Yeah. What was your first kiss like, though?
It wasn't as romantic. It was just a dare.
Oh, really?
Yes.
With who?
I don't know. Just someone. I don't remember too much.
That's weird. You said you never forget it.
I sure did. It was just just pretty young, and just kids just saying like, oh, you kiss each other now.
Okay,
just one of those types of games.
I think kids do that sort of stuff a lot.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But well, do you think things will change now between you?
Oh, no, I mean, he might have a big crush on me now,
Are you interested?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, sometimes boys like it. Why am I telling you this? Your mom's a lady of the night.
Yeah,
But
I know.
sometimes boys like it if you are a little bit aloof, a little bit cold to them afterwards. Like maybe they did something wrong and they don't even know what it was.
Really?
Yes.
Like play the games?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit of just keep him guessing. Like, did I say something? Did I do something? Was I a bad kisser?
Okay.
And that'll put him on the defensive where you want him.
That's right.
And then you cut his throat and fucking kill him. I'm just kidding about that. No.
Okay. Because I don't want to do that.
No, of course not. He's our friend.
Okay. Well, all right. Have fun with your flask, okay?
All right, I will.
A small horn sound goes off on the squall eater. It's a small horn.
I had a flashback.
I know. Yeah, no, this wasn't meant to be an epic horn that I totally failed on. This is intentionally a small horn.
It is when people like you come in here and ruin it.
I mean, that's fair. This is just odd. I mean, like, I imagine being sent with something I didn't know anything about by God knows who. That just leave a mind to wander. I don't know.
You'd be surprised how much of an industry revolves around just that.
Yeah, you know I would.
He's taken aback even more.
I will say you are definitely the strangest pirates I've ever heard of.
Sort of a reluctant piracy at the moment.
You don't know the half of it.
28.
As the gentle mage hand clutching the thieves' tools begins to kind of almost do this weird, ghostly finger dance across, you see it go. You hear a spring break. As the mage hand shocker is the box. Sure.
Almost got it.
You hear a spring. You hear the spring break on the interior, and it seems the lock has been, the trap has been disabled. And there you see what looks to be a small, almost like a ceramic pot of some kind, like roughly about that big, that has a lid on it, and it is enclosed. And then above it, you see meshed in there what looks to be like a paintbrush, about a foot long.
Foot-long paintbrush and a
Just
little pot of paint.
Pot of paint, it looks like.
Yeah, no, you gotta.
No, we're not going to touch this. We're just going to take this to our friends who know what to do with it.
The guard glances over and goes,
This is bullshit.
and Caleb, if you haven't left the top of the deck.
No, I've been exactly where I was. Do you want to know more about my cat? Because you walked off before. But the funny thing about a cat is that they are very persnickety, but with the right person they are not. And Frumpkin with me, we are just so. Just so.
Genuine question. Have you been telling the story the entire time I've been gone?
No, that would be.
Has it
I'm a
been
very
nonstop?
intelligent person. That would be foolish. I don't talk to thin air. And also, some people say that they have 9 lives, which is
That's
funny
great.
because
You know what? I have something I think that you would be deeply interested in.
will allow her to paint a door and
Black
for there to
holes.
be a door. This will allow her to paint a sword and there will be a sword.
What?
All you can eat, Ford.
Wait.
It does eventually use up the paint over
You
time.
can do 1,000 square feet of surface?
So when
I mean, I learned from you in a moment.
when you
Explains
walk
all in
down an
about a
alley
minute.
and paint dicks, they'll be real dicks! Just dicks everywhere! Dicks and dicks!
Dicks hanging out of the walls.
How did you not think this through? This was inevitably where this was going.
Oh, if someone falls asleep and can put a dick on their head, and they'll have a dick on their head!
My favorite thing in the entire universe.
Wild dicks have appeared in Wild Mound and through the Dwendalian Empire. I don't mean any of it as a critique, more as a compliment, and I'll add with it a request. Keep that eye of yours on Avantika for me. I don't entirely know what her intentions are, but I feel like there are only a few that I could ask to exercise quick judgment in a moment of need.
I start just sort of nervously twiddling a wire in my hand. Just absent-mindedly.
I think you know what I mean, but in case this thing gets out of hand,
Yeah.
can I count on you to right the ship if need be?
Keep the group safe.
Of course.
As always, I will do my best.
Thank you, and thank you for talking with me.
You sink. The light of the other two figures glittering through the lightless waters. Down. Down you sink. Until you see a structure come into view from below. A tilted tower wrapped in sea vines. The hollow center providing a wide tunnel further within You peer inside this empty tunnel of the tower's depths and watch as a sudden bright yellow light shines from within, a gleaming yellow eye. Reward. As the two other lights seem to try and drift towards you, behind you, you fall into darkness and the dream ends. Kind of duet dances through the evening air, the bardic sources atop stools next to a large stone chair carved from the surrounding rock. Sitting atop the throne is a giant of a man, half giant to be precise. His dull gray skin marked with scars, his coat long and velvet blue, tattered at the edges. Plain breeches and boots shift as he stands, his eyes cold, shifting with his smile. Long black curls toppling along the sides of his head past his shoulders, framing his face to about mid-chest. Now, you know this through your research, and some of you had experiences. For the most part, male Goliaths don't have hair. I didn't think so.
Who needs aspirations?
Well, some of us do. There has to be more to you than just this contradictory, for the sake of being contradictory aspect, huh?
I would love for you to tell me about it someday.
Come, let's have a drink, huh?
Yeah.
First round's on me.
Deal.
Everyone's fucking Avanti.
You are going to judge me for finger motion. Hold on, everybody, stop the game. Laura Bailey just shamed me for a sexual finger motion at this table after 3.5 motherfucking years. I have seen everything. Resume the game. I am a navigator. Newer, but eager and looking forward to plying my trade.
Quick, Philip, which way's north?
It's right that way.
Look at that.
That's actually pretty good.
amazing.
That's actually pretty good.
You can spin it here. I'm gonna spin him around a couple times. Now which way's north?
It's still over towards the doorway over there.
That's pretty good.
It says over this din. This is a big long shot, but you seem very well-traveled and well-researched. This place is crazy, but any place worth its salt has books. Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me? Such a straightforward question. Well, I can tell from your reaction that there's probably no good place to acquire a book, but you seem more educated than the normal sort for the people around me, so perhaps you have a suggestion for a scholar lost at sea?
It is a very curious question. I imagine there are probably some books.
Salt, since worth your salt's a really nice term. That's great. Worth their salt. Somebody worth their salt.
Taking what you say.
Use that a lot. That phrase.
It's worth my salt.
Caduceus, how much is salt worth to you? Like on a scale of money to nothing.
Like a person's worth.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it at all now. That's a good question. I mean, there's so much salt around. To be fair, it's probably take a lot of salt to be worth something.
Sure.
I mean, you can just get it right out of the water.
Yeah, it's a fairly benign saying. Don't get too lost in
Everything's
it.
worth its salt at that point. Really, it's a terrible currency.
Shit.
Just curious.
Drink a lot.
I was wondering how empty that cup is.
Has anyone been watching me drink?
I was gonna ask.
I've been nursing the same cup the entire time and have been fake sipping it the entire night. I haven't actually had a
And you've
drop.
had an ale or whatever everybody else is drinking?
Whatever they handed me.
The thing that comes to mind is the name Dashilla. And you instinctively say, like, mouth it, Dashilla. And he goes, Dashilla the Dreadful. You know about this one, eh?
I mean, I read a poem about her.
Poem I've not known, but maybe the song you've heard. And then some of the crew around kind of nod, remembering, and he goes and grabs his cup and kind of claps it twice the table.
Hopefully please, yes.
And the crew begins to kind of filter in as the song progresses. He goes,
There's not 12 people that pop out behind this curtain. I'm going to be disappointed.
so he finishes the song.
Just waiting for ladies and gentlemen, Bill Murray.
Yeah, Soros goes, where once the waters rolled calmly by, where ocean's heart did sing, they stalked a lass with a hungry eye and claws that grasp and ring. With lantern lure of a glimmer pot, with treasure in her eyes. Below they swam to the gold they thought would await them as their prize. And everyone starts clamoring together with the third verse. Yet each of them went to surely die, the graves to not be found. For Dashilla and her hungry eye collects the lost and drowned. And there's like a moment where they all clamor the drinks together and clink them and begin to drink there.
Yeah. That's fortuitous.
Right?
Where's the bathroom?
I'm gonna get some air. My God, you people.
We just walked across the whole place. I haven't seen the bathroom once.
Let's go around to the side of the building.
Oh, we're just gonna take a shit in the alley?
We're 100% going to take a shit. Yeah.
Cool.
It's just
Here comes the fair.
I hope.
All right, you guys walk out into the cold night air. The heavy mist has fallen across Dark Toe, and you can just barely see beyond the outskirts of the city where the ocean begins. You can still hear the water.
We're disgruntled members of her crew? Yeah. But then, what? She could turn us in. That's terrible. We should say that we're...
We can get information from her first. We don't have to necessarily always give information up front to get information. And we can always lie.
I'm not good at that.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're very charismatic. We're gonna be fine.
I feel like that's slightly underhanded.
No, I was just... it seems that way because I'm making a face because I'm halfway through a dump right now.
I don't break eye contact.
We got this.
We got this.
Oh, the hand touch! No! No!
I'm ready.
All right.
maybe that is better.
We've reached a new level.
Maybe Jen is better now.
All right, I'm done. Hand me that dead cat.
And here we have
Wow.
the direct connection from campaign 1 to campaign 2. Sam has taken a shit live with both characters in narrative. Congratulations.
You're welcome.
What are the rest of you doing?
What? I seem off?
Yeah, you seem distracted.
Oh,
Around this woman. You seem distracted around this woman.
I just, well,
Bless you.
bless you. Sorry. I don't like her very much.
Or is it because she's a murderer?
No.
Oh, I don't like that part about her.
Oh. But we're all kind of murderers sometimes, aren't we?
I don't think that all of us are murderers.
No.
Are you a murderer?
I mean, we have killed some people.
Yeah, but that's a very specific thing. You know, if your life is in danger, that's one thing. You know, if something happens in the heat of the moment or there's danger in both directions, murder is premeditated. That's a very different thing. I find it hard to believe that you have killed somebody with premeditation. I could be wrong, but...
No, I don't. I haven't ever done that. I've done some pretty shady stuff, though.
That I believe.
Have you done some shady stuff?
Yes, I have.
Have you done stuff that's piratey before you were a pirate?
Yeah, sort of.
What's the shadiest thing you ever did?
Oh, well, Not and I have robbed people, for sure. People with not a lot of money so that we could eat.
That's okay, though.
I have that thing that we did to you when we first met you. You know, we turn coins, we turn one thing into another, and then we go stay at an inn and buy food, and then it turns back into pennies. And, you know, that's not so good, but, you know, when you're starving.
But it is a really cool trick. They got to see magic.
They didn't know it though.
That's true.
That's
It all
about-
balances out. You've done really good things too.
Yeah.
Do you want some of this lumpy milk?
No, do you want any ale?
No.
No. Boy, this is quite a predicament that we've gotten ourselves into. How the hell we were visiting your mother? Your mother was so lovely.
I know,
wish that
she's
we-
so nice. And now we're pirates, and I'm never going to see her again.
That's not true.
It's really possible, Caleb.
Well,
What
it's
if we can never go home?
We'll get you home. You know, we're here. This is Ford's thing. We are his support. We're here to help him out. And then we'll get out. You know, Beauregard and I don't want to be here forever either. I don't think. I know that I do not want to be in this place or on the sea forever. It's interesting.
Not definitely doesn't want to be in
Not
this.
is like a cat clinging to the ceiling. She's like a cat on the hot tin roof.
I think Caduceus doesn't like the water either, basically, because it tried to kill him a few times already.
Really, none of us like it here, but Ford kind of.
I don't even know if he likes it a lot.
No, there's parts of it that he likes.
Like Avantika.
I don't know. You're sweet on him, yeah?
I don't know. It feels funny.
How do you mean?
Well, you know when you really like somebody, but then you start to know them, and you go, do I like them, or do I like what I thought they were? And then you don't know,
I think so.
and then you think that they are flirting with you, but then you find out they probably weren't, you know?
Or just saving your life.
And so you feel like kind of sad about it, and maybe a little stupid.
That's a little out of my realm of experience, I'm sorry.
You had a girlfriend before, though, yeah? You said her name when we were dancing. And then I put you to sleep, and you said her name again.
I don't forget anything. I
Was she
know.
pretty?
She was handsome.
Was she a boy?
No, I said she.
Oh, okay.
She was handsome.
I'm trying to get an image of her in my brain here.
Yeah,
Did she have like a really good nose or something?
the best.
Really?
For me.
You're mysterious, Caleb, you know that.
It was a long time ago anyway. Let's just focus on getting out of this place away from that woman.
And now she's saying we all have to take the same boat. How are we going to get away from her?
Is there anyone paying attention to us?
Should we grab the others and go explore for a bit?
I think that's a good idea. And, Ford, you know why everybody is doing this, why we're all here, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
I think you know. I just wanted to point it out, because, that woman, she doesn't care what any of us want. I'm sure she'd be interested, but it's way low on her priorities, and I don't trust anybody who puts other people's needs that low on the list. And you should keep in mind of that while you're getting in bed with them, so to speak.
Is anybody out here in earshot? Just a quick look around.
Outside at the moment, no.
Nope.
Yeah, listen, about that. Let's just keep it right between the amigos, all right? Just because.
What part of the body is the amigo?
No, that's us, right? One amigo, two amigo. You and I are
All right, yeah.
amigos.
Okay.
And it'll be like our thing. Like it's, like we're bunkies. we share like
Amigos. We share amigos.
Yeah. No, we're not going to share amigos. We are the amigos.
Oh, well, that's okay,
Right.
that's even
Sharing
better.
amigos is a whole other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I get it, but I'm not going to talk out of turn, and I trust your intentions. So.
Well, actually, that's what kind of wanted to talk to you about. You're real good at picking up on little things, yeah?
You're asking if I can tell that you're conflicted?
No, I think that's pretty clear.
You'd be amazed, but all right.
I'm just letting you know I'm trying to keep her close. I feel like this whole thing's just getting a little out of sorts, and the best way to maybe keep a small finger on the pulse of things is just to...
Sure. Just so glad you put it that way. You're a good man, Ford. So just be careful, because I imagine it's a little out of character being honest and truthful with somebody in a deceptive way. You can muddle a good man up, whereas it doesn't muddle a bad man up.
Yeah.
Not will you stay on guard now? Because now I have to take a shit.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been done.
For the record, you guys do wait for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's a lot of shit.
No sign of Allison.
We don't go that. I mean, like, we don't take that long. This is like, I think 30 minutes is like.
Right. I'm letting them know. Like,
guys-
that's how long they would wait before they know that she's not coming.
All right, I guess we'll go back inside then.
Take a luxurious.
2 more minutes.
Sure. Do your business.
Gathering once more in the bloated cup.
That's where you're supposed to go. God.
You look under the table.
Right back around. Oh, man.
I love you so much. You give so much. You give so much.
Okay, if we're going to talk about these things,
Yes.
let's use some code words.
Okay.
Don't say her name.
Yep.
Say a different name.
Like,
Tiffany.
Yes, Tiffany.
She's kind of like a Tiffany.
okay, Tiffany. And
The name of the ship.
which ship?
Tiffany's ship.
That's the name. Tiffany's ship.
Tiffany's ship
Okay.
is the name of Tiffany's ship.
Good.
That makes it clear.
How will they crack
Yeah.
this if they hear us?
That's all the code we need. All right.
And how do we reference the
We call it the
That is
apricot?
the
the apricot.
The apricot.
Anything else before we get into this?
Wait, is the apricot
Nope.
this, or is the apricot the tiny Tiffany ship?
No, it's this.
Is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the tip of
Your
the tiny
heart.
Tiffany ship.
The
So
apricot
so
is your
tiny Tiffany ship. It's tiny Tiffany's.
It's the tip of the tiny Tiffany ship.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So,
We're gonna
Code word.
how will we deal with Tiffany?
Holy shit.
Which one's Tiffany?
Yeah, let's walk and talk about
We're walking and talking. We're walking and talking.
And I'm So look, if I've learned anything about important people, it's that they can't resist putting shit down on paper. I guarantee you, there's something in her office.
I don't know how I would get out of it once I was in there, though, because I can
you
only
only
use it
go
once. But I suppose
Just leave.
I could.
Yeah.
But wouldn't somebody be keeping watch on this ship, though?
But it's our ship. We work on the ship.
Do we have do we have credentials? Personally, I feel more comfortable with Honda controlling the supply of apricots than Tiffany.
Well,
They are in season right now.
I am not telling any of you, especially you, what to do here, but an alternative plan is to get rid of anyone who knows about the location of the tree and bury the tree.
Oh.
The tree we just came from, or the tree that we're going to?
So if we do that,
If you're comfortable with that, you don't have a lot of a choice.
Can you keep Tiffany busy for, 15 or 20 minutes?
I mean,
Sure.
25 if you really had to. Take a break.
Maybe with a short rest. Maybe.
It's real quiet at this table.
I will pick up the book.
Okay. You pull the book back, and as soon as you pull back, there's a slight tug on it, like something that kind of gives resistance, and ding, comes free. And a little, looks like a piece of cable or twine kind of falls to dangle from behind where it's tied.
We've been made. Turn over the place.
Oh no. Oh shit. It's a deck.
This room begins to fill with a very, very faint fume.
No.
Hold your breath.
We hold our breath. I take out the paint and I paint a hole in the bottom of the floor.
Not yet. No. Hold your breath. We gotta look around. I'm still looking. I'm holding my breath and I'm looking. You paint. I'm looking. I'm gonna look in the book. Is there anything there?
Looking inside the book, there's a bunch of scrawlings. What languages do you know?
Common, goblin, halfling.
You do not recognize any of the languages in the book.
Taking the book.
All right, you put the book inside your pocket.
I'm gonna go over to the desk where Jester had pointed and start jimmying the lock on the locked thing. Okay, calm down.
Is there a rug in the room?
Wait.
There is a rug,
I'm
yes.
just gonna pull the rug over the hole that I just made after we go under.
I'm gonna grab my cloak off the thing.
Oh, I do the same thing. I see him do it. I grab my thing and blow out the candle. And go.
Okay. First off,
I don't need this.
the window
I don't need this in my life.
It's so much harder.
Now there's a permanent hole in there.
what's your constitution modifiers?
Modifier?
You kind of glance over to the side, and there's a person sleeping in the bed right there with a blanket quarter up, and just like,
I'm gonna very quietly say,
Kill him.
just wait until you hear a body fall above us.
One of the things you stole and put it next to them.
Okay. What did I steal?
Jewelry box.
there's a bunch of jewelry boxes.
Can I open one up and see what's in it?
Yeah, you look inside, and there is a bunch of jewelry, jewels. It's like an actual small jewel collection.
Put the jewel right on, right on his shoulder.
And the person who's sleeping,
I just like tuck it under the blanket, like it was with him.
Just like Macbeth.
just the one jewel.
I'm gonna keep the rest for myself.
Okay, all right.
Is there, how do we? Is
You hear
there,
the door above open. Hi. Anyone? The person who's sleeping is like,
We're gonna crawl under his bed.
okay. Both of you guys make a stealth check.
You still have
Oh no, that's okay.
23 plus 10 still?
18. Shit.
33, I guess, right?
Okay. All right. You both quietly duck down. The carpet just falls down. The guy goes plummeting through, hits the wall. The other guy's head goes, "Whoosh!" Pulls out a dagger towards the other guy. Immediately goes like, "Whoosh!" Goes and starts stabbing into the carpet. Going, what? And the guy's like, "Oh God, get him!" Pushes him off and stands up. It's like, Jesus! And you see like there's a couple of stab wounds in his chest. Son, what the hell, man? We got Waldock, who you saw getting the tattoo earlier from from your turtle friend, is like, "Oh, shit, Waldock, I didn't know. What the fuck? Don't sneak up on me!" And he kind of like wipes the blood off on the blanket. And he's like, "Oh, jeez. What the fuck happened there?" And he looks up, like this like perfectly carved hole in the floor. Doesn't notice the gem. We're just like, "Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean, shit, what the fuck happened?" He goes, "I don't know, it's a fucking faulty floor or something."
Fuck! I was like, well, let's get you to a surgeon or something. And he stands up and rolls over the blanket, falls over. Next to you guys, cling, cling, cling. The gem does fall. Neither of them notice it.
Like,
Still gonna make a splash.
Navy SEAL style.
Thankfully, they're mostly drowned out by the sound of the screaming from the top of the crow's nest. As you both kind of break the surface and kind of glance around the vicinity, you can see some of the torches that are shifting from the other parts of the docks to come over and see this commotion that's happening. The screams get more and more intense before they end with a as this person felt there was no other recourse with the flames gathering around them, and you hear
Oh my God. Get away. I'll hold your hand as I walk away on the wall.
Yeah, whoever it was they landed, they're alive.
Badly burned.
But they're not doing that well. They broke. I know, I don't.
What did you do? Like, what was the last 24 hours for you? What did you,
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I don't. Oh no.
What?
I may have left some of the fruit that we picked up in our last stop in the kitchen. I don't know what you've been eating for the last, that's maybe my fault. I really hope it isn't, but,
Make a deception check.
7.
7. He goes like, oh, I don't think it's that. It was sudden and it was intense and then it was gone.
as crazy as she is.
Holy shit.
Here's a question. Could Brainiac Caleb, with this book, which is her own coded cipher and comprehend languages, with enough time, try to study the recurrence of vowel sounds, consonant sounds, and try to create a key to this book?
You get the sense that this written cipher is not a verbal language. It is specifically written for her own notes and own purpose.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to, so you couldn't speak it, but if you wanted to go ahead and decode it,
Right, like people break codes.
I do. Yeah. I'm saying you couldn't. It wouldn't be able to. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were.
Speak it.
You couldn't speak it.
No.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
It would be amazing if you pulled this off.
I've rolled shit all night. Every roll.
You're due one.
Every roll.
You're due one.
This one's
Kind of true.
Natural 20.
Fuck, dude.
Rise, baby! Rise!
So what does that put you at a total?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Straight intelligence, right?
Correct.
28.
The intelligence modifier is 8.
Yeah, I bumped up to 20 when I leveled up.
Well, it'd be plus 5 then. It's a modifier.
Not your saving throw.
Not your saving throw.
Saving throw. Sorry, looking in the wrong place. That's correct. 25.
That is exactly the DC you would have needed to do this. It is set at a very hard DC.
You had to
You
roll
only
20
could have done this with a 20. You
and
motherfucker.
maxed out intelligence.
God damn it. Okay. All right. No, here we go. It'll take you the better part of the night. You probably won't sleep, which means you won't get your cells
to
back.
identify the necklace so we don't get.
Don't bother him!
What if the necklace has a trace on it?
Yeah.
It'll take you the night to complete it. You will not be able to sleep, which means you won't get your spells back, and you will suffer a point of exhaustion.
That's fine. That's fine. But I would like to, I mean, if we're loose, because I was just asking you a question and suddenly it was happening, right?
I'm just letting you know that's what it would take. You know you can do this.
So let's say the Caduceus gives Caleb the necklace. He'll take 10 minutes to figure out what this jade necklace is and then spend the night decoding this book.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Best.
Hey! Wake up!
What's going on, man? Hey, good morning.
What?
Caduceus and I will open the door to our room.
Yeah.
All right, you see Voldergut out there with one of the guards and what looks to be Willow-Wisp, who's the cook, Jeremiah, who's kind of rubbing his eyes. And Voldergut goes,
All hands on deck.
Now?
Company meeting.
Yeah, sure. Well, let us get our shit together.
I'll go get dressed.
No.
Okay.
Well, I apologize for the problems. This should only take a moment to just discuss. It appears we've had a bit of an incident overnight, and I wanted to let everyone know that there may have been some issues rifling through over here. Walduck was so unfortunately shivved by one of our compatriots and shoots a glare over at Zoe and who's like, I'm sorry. But it has come to our attention that there has also been, well, to be perfectly honest, a break-in to my personal chambers. I know. Some of my personal belongings have gone missing. And I wanted to ask if anybody has seen anything throughout the night. I already spoke with a few of the crew who were here before. I've not spoken with you. Walduck, did you see anything? And Walduck was on his like, I was sleeping, and then suddenly this piece of shit fell through the ceiling and landed on top of me, and I was just... It's the other way around. Walduck got stabbed. So Walduck goes, I was walking, and I heard some noise inside your chambers. I went to inspect it, unlocked the door, went in, and as things seemed fine, but then I fell through the fucking floor onto someone, and he was sitting in bed sleeping, and he just fucking started stabbing me. And someone's like, oh, you woke me up, what am I supposed to do? And where the fuck are we? So anyway, we looked at the floor, and somebody had broken the floor, probably snuck in somehow. And the captain goes, thank you for that. Also, it appears that Bark here had strange delusions and fell or leapt, apparently, from the crow's nest. Did you see anything in particular? He's like, I mean, it was crazy. It caught fire and I jumped to get away from it, and there was no fire. She goes, so it appears that there may have been some sort of a distraction. Well, has anybody else seen anything of particular interest last night? And by the way, Caduceus, I heard that you were very helpful in helping our compatriots with their wounds.
Yeah, it was no problem.
I appreciate you being a team player.
Well, it looked, that leg was pretty rough.
Is this a frequent occurrence when you're in Dark Toe, this sort of...
Certainly not. To be perfectly honest, whoever did this does not understand the rules of the city very well.
I can... No, I can find creatures, I can't find objects.
Vera? And Vera's kind of sitting back there and nods. And see her fingers kind of trace this weird symbol in the air that leaves like a slight trace. And her eyes kind of flare for a second, and she goes, but that is okay, because I can.
I take a bit of phosphorus and squelch it through my hand and cast Wall of Fire across the entire length of the boat between them and us.
That's what we're going to pick up next week.
Oh my god!
Next week, we pick up
Sweating.
in the shipyard of Dark Toe on the deck.
Next week.
Sorry, in 2 weeks. Oh my god, 2 weeks! No! Curse you, Thanksgiving! On the deck of the Squall Eater. Right.
Also, allowing access to both the gangplanks.
Alrighty. Meticulous placement be damned.
Someone's getting Velcro in their stocking.
Yeah.
I can't make them stick, man.
From this side of the docks, Bo, you're up first. What are you doing?
I can see your pulse in your neck.
Can you? I'm dying.
What you got,
I might be
Bo?
having a heart attack. Bo yells, reaches around and kind of scuffles around to Caleb and goes, "Give me the notebook. I'm sticking with the plan."
Can't see. She can't see in here, I think.
She cannot see. But what she can do is control water.
Oh!
So, seeing these flames happen, she pulls back, closes her eyes for a second, and raises her scarred hand where the sphere that she unlocked Ukatoa with is raised up. At that point, you watch as the water from the ocean begins to rise up. All right.
Oh, God!
It's a fourth level spell. So I need you to roll.
I know. And it's a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Where'd you go?
I rolled a 14 and a 19. She fails.
She does.
I'm going to die tonight.
2 weeks of tension being released.
What are you doing?
We're gonna get weird, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Getting weird.
I'll look up and point above the stern of the ship where Vera is, and my eyes will roll back, and I'll say, Bulgura, and I will summon Greater Demon.
What?
And I'm gonna drop a Bulgura right on Vera's fucking head.
That was the sickest description.
I've never been so proud.
It was like Babe Ruth summoning a demon from hell.
I wasn't sure if you had taken this spell. I prepared for it just in case. Oh my god.
I have him pulled
What
up.
is that?
He's a
This is
giant
it.
demon monkey.
Boulder Gut has met her love.
They just start mating.
They just start making out.
You'd be like just on the edge of the ship there. So
That's great. Yeah, I just want him right in their fucking business.
Oh, not on top. If you walk away, does he stay there?
I only command him for one round, and on the
Okay.
command, I will say, "Fuck up that crew."
With the dark speech that emanates from inside of Ford's body, it echoes out like a weird discordant harmony of several voices you've never heard emerge from his body. For those that are present, you guys are with.
groove, I got that groove, I got that
There's the sound of reality cracking. And you look up and watch, we're in the center of the sky there at the very edge of the Squall Eater's deck. Two large, meaty hands pull open this barrier between the realms, and stepping out, you see this large, gorilla-like demon covered in fur and horns at the edge, these giant fists with tusks that emerge from beneath the chin, and these red, burning, coal-like eyes. As it steps out, it turns right towards Vera, who eyes are wide, and just... in her face, you watch her hair get blown back a bit, spittle across her chin.
Bathe in their blood. No.
It's up to you. You could go along with it and stay there and wait for your friends, or anything else you want to try. They are not aggressive at this point. They're just holding the line. What do you do?
No, don't attack. Do not attack.
Shush, Sam Regal. Shut the fuck up.
I wait.
Okay. All right. All right. The tension in your body is rising up, and for a second, as the muscles bulge and the veins begin to pop from the sheer amount of adrenaline that's in your system, and your urge to charge through, you just breathe heavily as your entire form kind of sinks into it. And the two guards, you can see their tension as their hands were kind of going for a weapon. Drop to go after Yasha. What?
I'm angry at the villain. That's what I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're doing great. Everything is fantastic. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm having a wonderful time. My ears are going to combust.
Good. All right. So
Am I within range of everybody? Could I be in the crowd, near everyone?
there is a small perimeter being held, but you could get probably within 20, 25 feet or so of
All
them.
right. Then if I'm within 30 feet, I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing on my buds.
Okay.
What? On your buds?
On my buddies.
Make a performance check to see how subtly you can. No, let's be deception. Make a deception.
A deception check. Okay.
Come on.
Alright. Well, I hope those people are gonna be okay. They look like they're pretty hurt there. Up in there, some of them look like they're bloody, and that one was burned.
As you begin to subtly try and sneak your verbal components of your spell into discussion, one of the guards goes, Aye, sorry, we're not making sure there's no sort of casting this close to it, if you don't mind.
Makes sense. I just saw someone hurt. I was trying to help out, but if they don't want it, then I ain't gonna do it.
It's best not to get involved. Terribly sorry about that.
I want to hear more.
No, that's it.
This is what you get for counterspell.
Yeah. You just tell everyone, please hold tight, don't worry. We're taking care of it.
It's just a cheek crush thing.
Okay. As Frumpkin appears on the shoulder, one of the watch goes, oh, where'd you come from, little one? Didn't even see you come in. And kind of begins scritching Frumpkin.
He's friendly, that's my pet cat.
Doesn't even talk to you. Just looks at Frumpkin. Oh, he's a cute little kitty. We don't get cats much on this island. It's good to see one. Wonder what ship you came aboard.
Really bad thoughts.
Apparently a few of you fleeing into the city. No, I have my misgivings about trusting anyone. But I'm far more likely to toss in with those that I've mistrusted long enough to at least know where they stand. I don't know a fucking bit about all of you. So, my other friend, and he points towards Jametti, who's now in the back, and the rest of you see, says that you've all come in with her lot, not but maybe 2 weeks back. And that not most of you have much of an experience on the sea. Not but one. The rest of you still haven't quite found your legs on the waters. I'm gonna ask you right now, what brought you out there to mucking with the pirates' deals? Speak up!
We understand your distrust. We are new here. And we only beg your patience as we prove ourselves before you. Avantika and her crew are up to foul deeds. Our friend Bo here, I trust, has shown you her journal.
He reaches back in his pocket and goes, oh, right. Here, and gives it to Solon, who goes, all right, this is not a language I really know.
There's a cipher in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's wedged into the back.
Oh, and he takes it and pulls it out and looks at it. Oh, fuck me, this is,
Yeah, it's pretty good work, right?
Sir, with all due respect, it's going to take me a long while to go ahead and do this. This is,
I told you.
This is elaborate.
Yeah.
I think there's already some work that can just be checked if that speeds it up. I mean, that should just be...
The Plague King goes, shh.
Oh, yeah.
You said there's some special parts here of looking to overturn me or something. What pages are that at?
That is, excuse me, I am the one who deciphered this. That is near the end.
He's our Solon.
Solon goes like, oh, I'd very much like to have a conversation with you.
As you will, if that is welcome here. But yeah, the bit about her being a traitor to the Plank King and wanting to rule over the entire sea and have the Plank King, I believe the words, if I remember correctly, because my memory is spotty, bend the knee.
And you point out the space.
Well, we're from Wildmount and hired mercenaries from the Empire. I'm with a secret order of the monks from the Cobalt Soul, known as the Expositors. Avantika has been a person of interest that we've been wanting to investigate for some time, and I was sent to do that. So unfortunately, our business has nothing to do with you fine folk here of Darktoe. It only has to deal with Avantika. She's disrupted our shores enough. We decided to investigate.
Where does your allegiance lie?
My allegiance is completely separate and isolated from any persons here. My allegiance is with the Cobalt Soul.
His eyes narrow. Make a deception check. I'll say with advantage because you did drop the Cobalt Soul. In particular with the Blank King, that has
I
meaning.
would like to read her as well.
Oh,
Inside
sweet
check.
baby. Oh, sweet baby.
Yes, for you.
22.
The Blank King kind of nods and goes,
My voice is shaking. I'm so nervous.
22.
yeah, you just barely see through. There's a hint of truth, and there's a hint of not so true.
Supposed to?
It's a half truth.
The archives. I've had some dealings.
So you have your library card.
Not much of a reader. But your folk have done good work for our interests in the past. So, it's the woman of the hour. What have you to say about yourself and these strangers that come waltzing into our little haven and causing all sorts of ruckus, murdering your crew and making these claims against you? Known you for years.
And Avantika, hand behind in shackles, goes, well, you can see her face, though you can see the bits where like dirt, sweat lines have made their way across and down her, the sides of her chin and jaw, looking intently at the rest of you with a forced smile through her teeth. There is a look of murderous rage and loss in her eyes as you have murdered a majority of her crew. She goes, well, I can guarantee that I kept no journal. They came to me at sea with discussion of perhaps coming and joining my crew looking for means of aid and gold. And they began to talk of this strange entity, this Ukatoa. Well, I followed suit. I wanted to make for some kind of alliance. I kind of found particular interest with one of their individuals, and she looks over towards Ford. But it seems such a romance was merely just another way to try and toss me to the proverbial wolves, or marrow, if it will. They've now killed my crew, they've taken a number of my things, damaged my ship, and they're trying to smear my name, one who has walked alongside you and all of you fine folks for the past 10 years. Even using the memory of Vandrin against me. You hear a few voices go like, Vandrin. Vandrin raised this one. And he sabotaged his ship, blew it asunder in the middle of the ocean. And that was the last he was seen. He's already killed one of our own. Is this untrue?
Is she talking to me?
Yeah.
From the crowd, I'm gonna go, she's lying. We always knew she had it in for the
Plank.
All eyes are on you.
Plank King, if I may, my ears, though pointy, can only stand a certain amount of dishonesty. I would prefer to cut through the bull. There are those of us among us who can make sure that the truth is spoken here. I would beg of you to allow that to happen now.
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 20.
What? Demon.
The Plain King gives you this very severe look, his eyes narrowed and glancing you up and down, almost piercing you with but a glance. And he raises his head with a grin and goes,
Oh, what's necessary for such a thing?
Who has it?
I do, and Jester does.
You do?
Yeah, it takes me literally punching the shit out of Avantika, though.
Honorable Plank King. the means justify the ends, my compatriot here will place her cobalt knuckles upon the chin of Avantika, and you will hear the truth. You need but only ask your questions again.
Be my guest.
Avantika is like,
Yeah, what is
Before she.
she's manticled and being held by 2 guards from behind.
Wow.
It's auto hit.
Holy shit.
So,
Go for the temple.
do you have a key point left?
Yeah, I have all my key points left.
Yeah.
More or less.
Our history.
All but one. Yep.
All right. What's the DC on that?
9, I'm assuming, which is 14. Hang on. Features and traits.
Yeah, whatever your DC is for all of your monk stuff.
Oh my god.
Monk stuff.
Extra. Yeah, 14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom save. No. That's a natural 8. Natural 8 plus 4, 12. 12.
Yeah.
So all these different hits and pressure points are hit, like under the chin, that area, another to the sternum, and then another that clocks the temple, and Avantika just.
They are unable to speak a deliberate lie for 1 minute, and all charisma checks have advantage.
Intimidation checks? Oh, charisma checks, yeah, persuasion, everything else, that's right, yeah.
Meine Güte.
Make sure you just tell the Plant King it's a limited time engagement.
Okay, so she's like, oh.
You have 60 seconds, but I have more knuckles.
The Plant King steps forward.
Avantika, is what they're saying true?
And she goes, glances aside. Doesn't respond. He leans forward closer.
Speak a lie. Yeah.
Tell me,
Silence speaks volumes.
is what they're saying true? Is that book containing passages? Were you looking to take this island for yourself?
Her eyes look away. She just looks down at the rest of the dock. He leans in real close, pushing his forehead almost to hers.
Look me in the eye, woman.
And she just doesn't meet his gaze.
By the power of the revelry that surrounds me, let this be a lesson to those who would work against the words we swore to each other on this land. And may your memory be besmirched for the few days it's recalled.
And he reaches forward and grabs Avantika by the throat and lifts her up, and she's like fighting against it. Just kind of lifts her and looks her.
I hope you see God, whatever it is very merciful on the other side.
He just breaks her neck with one hand. Her body goes limp in his grasp, and he throws it to the docks.
Don't worry about the cipher.
And Solomon goes, it's actually quite interesting. I'd like to continue.
Yeah, and also
Fine.
I worked the night on that. It's very interesting.
And it's really well done. I'm honestly very taken aback by it.
You and I
Your
will get
penmanship is quite good as well.
I have
Breakfast.
samples of penmanship here if you want to see some more of it.
Oh, certainly. He starts taking it. At this point, the plane goes,
Take her up top. She'll be the next on the pike. As for the rest of you, you've pulled out a conspiracy. I'll give you that. You've also snuck your way into the revelry under false pretenses. You've broken our laws within but a day of being presented with them in multiple ways. That's a serious offense. So, hear my judgment upon these folk. You are hereby banished from Dark 2. Take the remnants of the Skull Eater as your own. Take whatever, and he looks over towards the rest of the crew you hired, who are like,
Poor fuckers.
they have had a terrible few weeks here. Except for Orly, who's sitting there kind of smoking a pipe. That is one eye goes,
Stone cold killer.
He is so stoned.
take the ship you've thereby damaged. Limp your way beyond the reefs. We're going to burn the colors of that ship. And should you ever return to the outskirts of the Drag Shallow, we won't hesitate but sink you to the depths below.
That is beyond a generous sentence.
Unshackle them. This stands immediately. I hope you have enough supplies in that boat to last you the rest of the journey.
We'll be fine.
We'll make do. We will leave with great haste.
Good. To the archives at the Plank King sends his regards.
Will do, good sir.
Now fucking go!
Before everybody gets on the boat, can I run over to the docks? Because I'm not shackled, and I try to find the jewels that I dumped off the docks.
Yeah, there's a way to get that working for you. We'll all take course and head for that. Not a dangerous part of the sea.
He goes ahead and marks it, and they set it, and you guys been making your way around the Drag Shallow northward towards that area.
Know the Isle of Basaft?
Oh, I'm quite familiar.
Does that seem to be the direction that we're heading right now?
But as close as any direction gets, really. Other eye, even.
I think that might be the place we ought to go.
Make me jump around a bit, guys.
Well. We'll make sure to port this ship in that direction.
Thank you.
You?
Yeah.
So now we're going to find the place where your ship wrecked. Yeah?
I think so. Yeah.
You didn't get to ask them about the Mandarin, though.
No, I didn't. It hurts to see so many react to a name that only meant so much to me. But, I mean, I don't even know if he's alive. We might find him down there.
Wow. Do you think, if we find him, you'll stop talking like him?
And we'll see.
You know, I could probably send a message to the Plank King and ask him about the Mandarin if you want me to.
What do you mean?
Well, I can send him a message. The same way I try to talk to my mama and the gentleman and Kiri sometimes.
You send messages to Kiri.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Oh, just that she's really cute and that I miss her and I wish I could see her and I hope she's enjoying herself and that, you know, that I am sorry that we haven't seen each other in a while and that we are pirates and...
Can't she respond to these messages?
She usually responds with, we're pirates and I miss you and...
Go fuck yourself.
Sometimes, no, she doesn't say that. She says, yes, I'm very cute a lot, but you know.
Right. Well, I suppose, what would you put in the letter to the Plank King?
Whatever you want me to.
I mean, I don't know if it's necessary. I can't think of anything as of yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll just let you know. Thank you for offering, though.
Of course. Cast,
10 days.
10 days.
Can we
to get
cast
to the ship-
control
to the
water to get us there faster at all?
Do you have access to control water?
Of course I do.
You do?
You do?
Then yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe I can do that every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say with the control water.
Secrets.
I was about to say, I might be able to check that
Yeah.
too.
Shit.
Hold on, let me see.
Come on, everyone has control water, don't they? I got it.
I've just been waiting to drop it. Fucking water genasi heritage, man.
All right.
Nope, never mind. Oh yeah, I got it
Yeah,
too.
you got it too.
On the fair list, yeah.
It's a clear. D4 just went flying.
So yeah, between
So it's really not.
Or you could stay above if you wanted to send a message if some trouble appears on the horizon. I just hate to leave you behind on such a great adventure. There could be buttons.
I could also.
There could be little, I don't know, jewels, ingots, maybe little
Don't you talk down
toys.
to me. I know what you're up to.
What are you talking about? It's the bottom of the ocean. Ship
I
throw
could
people
also, full disclosure, I could help you cope with.
I'm gonna go into the water for some fucking buttons.
I heard tell there was a button ship that crashed right around these
Oh, the
waters.
old button ship
Wharf.
legend,
A
really?
button wharf.
Oh, Buttonbeard, the pirate?
Yep.
He had buttons for beards.
Not the brave.
Yes.
We have things to accomplish here. If you allow me, I could do what I have done in the past a little sneakily to help you cope with this fear you have. If you allow me.
I appreciate that, Caleb. But I've got my own way of doing it. I'll go.
Is it Mike Myers?
There might be bronzed shoes, maybe little silver cups,
Ooh, those spoons?
the decoder
The
rings.
little spoons?
Yep.
The collectible
Maybe
ones?
sporks if you're lucky.
Not this guy.
We're not there. We're not there yet, though. Like we're talking in advance at this
Yeah,
point.
this is
Yeah.
all.
Well, we had 1 or 2 days together. I throw 'em off.
fucking kind of
Yeah.
makes his way dark.
I'm gonna put bless on the octopus before it.
Okay. Holland's last.
Sprinkle out of my hood
Oh, smart.
and
This
say,
poor little. Is it better over the days that they've been able to spend with you since Darktoe? But this ferret's been through quite a few experiences. and-
SFL.
Pointing
You're
in my
like-
direction.
a super ferret. You're like the strongest little animal I've ever seen. I mean, really.
Scarred for life.
Here's a loud noise.
Scarred for life.
He's skittish as fuck.
Yeah.
Orly,
He's a rescue.
Well, I can't remember which that is anymore. I'll throw a check.
What hump?
do you like weasels?
It's a weird opener.
It never ends well. There's no way to answer that question. Why?
I have a weasel and I don't want to take him underwater.
Waterways.
You watch as Orly's head kind of like retracts into the shell slightly, like with this look of.
Orly.
Marius steps up and goes like, I'm happy to look after him. I'm actually been quite a while since I've seen a bit.
Wait, who's in that?
Marius.
Marius the Paul, who you've dragged all the way from
But he's
Nicodranas.
got like a good tan now and some
Yeah,
like
I know.
scars.
He
His
looks
clothes are
pretty
kind of
dashing.
fucked up.
He's like
did
Guy
fuck this
Threepwood
Leveled
now.
up.
Yeah.
He does look a little more ocean wearied, like as prim and proper and put together as Marius was at Nicodranas. It's definitely rocking more of like a Pirates of Penzance thing going on.
Colors are faded.
He went from level 2 to 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Doing good.
You'll take good care of him?
Of course.
If you don't, I will know. And I will give you a tattoo. If you do take good care of him, though, I will give you a better tattoo.
Are those the only options?
I mean, if you want.
Okay.
You get it back to the suburbs of us. I mean, we'll kill you.
Can't do that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is gonna be awful.
Well, listen, as long as we were down,
Cannot do that joke anymore. That joke is past.
Thank you, Travis. Excited for that. All right, and before we get kicking into tonight's episode, we have something cool to show you guys.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Very happy to unveil this. So I figure let's just go ahead and jump in.
Roll that.
Roll the tape.
Do it.
Oh god.
magic and flair. They got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there. There's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting. Rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands. Take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn to roll.
Yeah, pretty awesome. That's our new intro, guys.
Stagger near him and say to the creature that's captured him, "Hey, fucky! What did the marrow? What do you give a marrow who sings poorly? Auto-tuner!"
Oh. Wow. Wow. I have abandoned my son. The last syllable delivered that way.
I will cast Tasha's hideous laughter. I will cast Silent Image and project a small dwarf man about 60 feet in front of us with a beard made out of buttons. And a pirate hat sort of cocked to one side. And he's walking all prim and proper. Like he owns the place. And he's got a patch on his eye that's made out of a button.
Old Buttonbeard's legend lives on. Okay. You take your first step and you watch something just drift across the entrance from wall to wall. Some faint, glowing figure just and is gone.
I don't like it. It's in my head.
Okay. Did it trip my spiders, my magic, detect magic sense at all?
Just lost his shit.
Not magic sense, no.
Well, then they're like, this in case anything reaches one way.
Okay.
I have my axe in my hand, too.
I'm still, and
Understood. Ford, you just have kind of this this gentle chill in the back of your head, like something just frozen, just caressed the back of your skull, and it's gone.
Gentle chill, like a Jack Johnson.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. All the other people at this table are less susceptible to shit like that. Don't do it to me, okay? I don't need this right now. Cool, no problem.
Okay.
Don't make it like Ring Girl, okay? Or like
Oh,
the
stop. Why would you even put it out there?
Or do.
So.
Holy shit.
Light it up.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to put a string of globules up the passage.
That's at least unrestricted uses.
As the globules appear, the first one, poof, 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 like lights coming on, segmented down a long hallway. As the final one glows, right behind it, you see the figure of a man looking at you, white and pale. It then steps back into the wall and vanishes.
Into the wall? Like,
He's a ghost, it was a ghost, it was a ghost.
Oh, we're looking at that. I'm gonna take the seaweed that we used as camouflage before. You know the thing where you put like an orange on your mouth? I'm gonna do that with seaweed. And then I'm gonna look up at Ford and just be like, it's already got me!
no big deal. We should move quickly.
As you guys are having this conversation, you kind of glance back in the tunnel where you came from, where Caduceus had jettisoned that spirit back, and at the very edge of the light, you can see what looks to be about 12 or so of these ghostly figures just kind of standing there.
Let's make our way forward.
Why they're chasing us? I hate this form. This
Let's
is really
find what
terrible.
we're looking for and get out of here.
Keep going, keep
Yeah,
going.
with the hustle. I mean, on the hustle, on the quick march.
All right. You can see this. You almost run into it. In the middle of this chamber, there is a small, like 2-foot pedestal, and what looks to be a disc, a stone disc about that wide and about 2 feet from edge to edge, that is resting on it, but at an angle. It looks old. It looks weathered. And there appears to be a spiral of runes, like 2 sets of them that kind of curve inward around each other before merging in the center with one singular sigil where they meet. These runes, this whole incantation, this enchantment, or whatever that sits in this, is old, pre-calamity, Age of Arcanum level magic. It is dormant currently. It looks like there is some sort of something that is required to infuse this object with power or to get it to use whatever its enchantment is. The more you look over it, you realize the power is beyond anything you've cast. The nature of it seems to be conjuration. And it seems to have a lot of the base runes that you've used to manipulate fire, you've used to manipulate earth. It's elemental in nature. Kind of looking over towards the throne, you look up, and about 10 feet above the throne, standing up in the seaweed, holding onto the clusters of it, you see what looks to be a female humanoid form, mostly in shadow, hair down over the front of the face, one yellow eye peeking through on this side, and one half open yellow eye kind of glancing through, just kind of up against the wall.
She's right above the throne.
The song. It's the
Holding a
her hungry eye. It's
You
in her
watch
fucking
as
head.
you watch as she kind of scrambles across the side of the wall, behind the seaweed, and is gone.
She's gone.
Let's roll initiative.
It is.
You managed to resist the fear effect.
2.
Not.
No, not immune to fear.
That's right, because of your drunk.
Yeah.
You're just like, come at me, spirits.
I never knew there was anything good about the drunk.
Yeah.
Just hasn't come into play.
Not becomes not the brave when she's drunk.
Stop looking at him. Stop looking at him.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Oh.
As she looks, she's still like up in the air, kind of swimming, looking at you, mouth kind of opens, and you feel the deepest, most horrifying fear well up inside you, and your heart stops and you drop to 0 hit points.
Oh my fucking god.
You guys watch Caleb just go and just start kind of drifting there unconscious.
Oh fuck.
Your mage armor, I think you're okay, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
14.
Yeah, you managed to just like pull back enough to like pull the blade back, and Caleb, you watch as it kind of spins past, missing you by inches.
You were forward in that moment.
All right.
Any excuse to hit Rick.
Top of the round.
Forward. Can I hold up the sphere in one hand and the falchion in the other?
Yeah.
Do they react to each other?
They both get brighter.
Can I try and hold the sphere to my chest?
Yes, you do. And as you take the sphere and press it to your chest, your eyes suddenly flash images of black sub-ocean darkness, the same place your dreams have brought you over and over again. And that bright yellow light emerges, breaking the shadow, and there you see the yellow eye with 2 more on the sides of it. You see the endless row of teeth that curves into the smile. and the flash is gone. You look down, and your hand is empty. The rest of you watched this, and this thing just for momentarily seemed to become either ethereal or just it is absorbed into Ford's chest. Pale, gaunt spirit, just looking right at you.
Go fuck a ghost! Punch.
Go fucking go. Go fucking ghost. I'm gonna go fucking ghost.
Who runs in the haunted house now? That's fucking amazing.
Beauregard, doing probably one of my favorite things she's ever done in this entire campaign, just runs up to fucking punch a ghost. So yeah, go for it. Go.
Too slow, shit, Dane.
I'll turn to Caleb and say, listen, this is more your thing than mine, but aren't you at least curious about what this pedestal does?
Yeah, I have some ideas and I am curious, but I want to know what you intend.
Well, I don't...
These come in threes, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the sphere. It's not like the lock or the temple that I saw before. The top of this pedestal is covered in rust?
No.
Blood?
Yeah.
Aren't you the least bit curious what a little drippy drip might do?
I'm always curious. Can I count on you to return the favor?
Always.
Okay. So you suffer 3 points of damage. And as you place your hand down on it, you see this dull red glow around the hand that's placed on the table.
Huh?
As you kind of pull your hand up and look, the runes where the blood has splattered have begun to give a faint glow.
Mm-hmm. Has anything changed with the ones on the walls?
Make a perception check.
Okay. I've rolled asshole. I hit. And a natural 20.
You glance over and you can see a faint matching dull red glow on one of the runes across the way, just barely peeking through some of the gently shifting seaweed. And looking out at this table, you need a lot of blood to continue to do this.
No.
We saw a pile of corpses. We saw a pile of corpses.
How much damage are you willing to take, guys?
Oh, about 9 more.
I'll take 20.
Oh!
What are you fucking doing, Luffy? Popping off your
As you guys begin just carving into your hands.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds as they're hurting themselves.
Okay. The blood clouds the water around you, and then you watch as it is drawn like a magnet to the tabletop. And as it begins to sit itself in, each of the runes begins to pull in, with each one glowing another rune in the room. It's almost full. The table isn't there yet. You have about maybe 2/3 to 3/4 or so. The room itself now is beginning to just generally have a red hue to it as each of these runes is beginning to fill the area.
To you, Caleb, 6 points.
Thank you.
And 12 points healed to you, Ford.
Okay. Is there a chance that we're giving this to her?
I'm following your lead here. This is your quest. I have things that I need to do that are not here, and I'm going to need help.
I understand. I think we're good. We can go.
Okay.
We understand each other. Cut palm to cut palm.
Blood brother is so cool.
And I'll start to head out of the chamber.
You travel for a good hour or so before you notice the darkened, or the sky that was somewhat, cloudy, begin to go rapidly darker, roughly near where you were. And you watch the clouds begin to swell and release rain. begins to rain on your ship, but you begin to push away from this mounting storm.
She can control the weather.
You get the sense that whatever ritual you began once you felt safe, she completed. And a new storm is being summoned.
Oh my.
Over the diver's grave.
Oh shit.
You
We
would
could
have
have sunk our ship.
You would have sunk our ship.
We would have been walking for a long time.
All of that. As to
Or
why are there
at least
ships?
there would have been a hell of
Why
a
are
skill
there
challenge to
fucking
make
ships
it
on the bottom of the ocean?
a hell of a skill challenge to get the squall eater out of the center of that storm.
Wow.
And so as you just barely skirt the outside of this growing storm with enough foresight and speed to not be caught in the brunt of it, we'll end tonight's game.
And as a point of order, you were right. We were supposed to head here to fix the ship first.
You can see they're huddled in the corner. If you'd like to come to the table, Deborah. And describe to them what they see.
Okay, excuse me.
Yep.
Sitting in the tiniest little corner in the littlest ball, and I've created an illusion of a halo over my head, so I look like a perfect little angel. and it's just a tiny little gnome girl. You would have no idea how old I am. I'm really, really cute, and there's sticks in my hair, and I got singed a little bit, so one cheek is covered in soot, and I have really pretty necklaces. And I go, "Ghost? Did you say ghost? I'm scared of ghosts."
There's no ghosts. You're so cute.
There's chocolate smeared on my face as well.
Come out. You're so cute. Is it a little child?
Just a board set to contain. Get down. Get down. I'm gonna point my crossbow at her. Get down. Don't say a word.
You want some candy? Come on.
No. This is not good cop, bad cop. We're supposed to contain.
At this moment, I push my hand out, and another little hand kind of slides off of it and comes forward and comes in your face and goes,
Oh. And she's so cute. How can I do that to you? I'm so sorry.
Who the fuck are you, though? Seriously.
Who the fuck are you, though?
I open up my little cloak and I go, "Should we tell them?" Okay, I think that, yes. No, I think they're friend. It's okay. So I go, "I'm Twiggy. This is Trixie."
No.
Whoa.
Trixie's my bestest friend. And we got kind of stuck on this ship, but I have lots of chocolate and lots of apples. As you can tell, that's all I've been eating. And I wonder if it's okay if I could just hang out with you guys for a while until we get to shore.
What were you doing hanging out on a ship in the pirate island? You're a little cutie pie.
I know. So I just kind of needed somewhere to hide for a while, and there was this box, and it was open, and they were bringing it on a boat. So I was like, "Hey, sounds like a good idea."
That seems like a perfectly reasonable explanation for
That's what I
me.
thought.
What does Trixie look like?
Trixie's got a big bushy tail and a little cute. You want to see?
Yeah.
And I open up my cloak, and sitting in my pocket is the tiniest, cutest little squirrel you've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
The tiniest little nose.
Oh my gosh, Trixie will love Sprinkle. My little crimson weasel pops up from the hood on my cloak.
I let Trixie run down my arm, and they go and they boop noses.
Oh my god.
This is a very girly game today.
Of course.
And I got all these little trinkets of things, even little drawings that I've made and stuff like that, and they're really little houses and clouds and stuff. So I pull out this thing, and it's a sphere, but it's made of all these intricate little puzzle pieces, and I'm see, I can kind of move it around, but I'm not quite sure what it does, but it's clearly really pretty.
Can I touch it?
Now, in her gnomish hands, this is pretty large, and you see it from your perspective, it'd be about that big, but for her, it seems even that much bigger. It's a brass and golden sphere that consists of many, many layers of intertwining clockwork, sliding hemispheres, looks like rotating bands and strange inscriptions. It's this massive, complicated mess of contraption puzzle sliding pieces.
Does it seem magical?
Make an Arcana check.
Whoa.
But it can do this. Can I do So I put my hand on one side and I kind of pull back one ring as it pulls around the cross. At the same time, I click another one to the side and it slides around the side and...
You watch as the last part clicks into place, there's a burst of light, and about 15 gold coins go to the ground in front.
That's how you get a pinhead, man. Nope.
Coins. Is it real gold coins? Is it like fake ones like you and Caleb did?
You crack a tooth.
Didn't need that one. It's real. It's real.
Wow, that's the coolest thing ever.
Now that you've looked at the fragment,
Yeah.
you're bonded to us. Which means if you betray us, we'll know how to find you.
Oh, wow. Well, that sounds pretty serious. So cool with me. I like people. I like hanging out with people. I like trusting people. So that sounds great.
This is awesome.
All the right answers.
We should go upstairs and show you to everyone else.
I'd love to be shown. I have a dance.
Oh my gosh, I dance behind her and
I turn around and my skirts go like flying up and everything.
What is this? This is the best day in the universe.
So Caleb, as you finish the ritual, your kind of vision crystallizes on the object and has probably identified the information that would transition to you. Fails.
Oh, shit.
Arrow 4.
And it's not so much like you've tried to identify magical objects or non-magical objects before and be like, oh, this isn't magical. This blocks you.
Interesting.
Interest intensifies.
What is this thing that you have? What is this called? Does it have a name?
I don't think it was on the card. I call it my fun ball of tricks.
Happy fun ball?
Happy fun ball.
Do not solve Happy Fun Ball.
Happy fun ball.
Import on this ship. She did what?
She has a little magic.
At this point, I walk up to you and I say, I walk up to you and I say, how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
Oh, no, don't you dare.
10 tickles, and I cast hideous laughter.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
It's an 18.
So it doesn't work, but I go, funny, huh?
Yeah, I'm not a happy guy.
I wanted to see a Caleb laugh so bad.
I know.
Oh my god. Like some horrible crash.
It's an octopus joke.
Oh, he.
You do also know, as you're heading into legal territory under the Clovis Concord, that you have a ship that is known and labeled as the Squall Eater, as damaged as it is.
Yeah, that's my call. Lower deck. Yeah.
Do you want me to repaint
The squall beater. The ball eater.
the ball
We
eater?
need to change it to the ball eater as quickly as possible. I need you to hang over the side of the ship with a paintbrush.
That is going to draw attention
Just
to us.
inches above the water and
change.
change the name of the ship to the ball eater.
That's
It actually works pretty easily. You just add like a line and then you paint over that.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
I say, don't worry about it.
You'll be
It is
better with
also
that.
advertised as
Don't worry.
magical ball.
And again, this slightly hand comes off of my own hand. I sort of flick it and it flies off and it comes and it picks up the paintbrush and I lean over the side and it goes down and it starts to change your title for you without having to risk his life.
Wow.
Damn.
She can paint you.
Use mage hand.
Roll a dexterity check for me.
I never remember to use
Sleight of hand or
use
just
it like that.
This is dexterity. This is to see how well you can paint it
Natural
while
20.
upside down.
It's apparently a.
Does your cat like squirrels?
Oh, my cat is very well trained.
Okay.
And will not hurt your skull. That is
So
a
is
promise.
Trixie.
Is very well
Yeah,
trained?
real good. Sorry. It's me saying it. It's not Trixie. It's me saying it. I'm great trained.
I I scarcely know what to do with you. We'll get to the cat in a minute. And the cat, I will so gladly introduce you to my cat because I'm I'm fond of him and I love for people to meet him. But before we do that, the third suggestion is an cast suggestion. He's already climbing up her shoulder.
Yeah.
I pet him and it's like, oh, I love your cat. Oh, there she goes.
I tell him to do a blep. So he just does this.
Tweaking goes back.
All right, you're okay. You can hang out with Frumpkin for an hour.
And yeah, I sit on the floor, and Frumpkin and I start booping each other on the nose.
This is kind of flash and look over on the ground, and in the middle of the wood, there's just a black hole about a foot wide.
Oh, this is it. Yeah.
Santa Claus, man.
I also use an additional 10 minutes to touch the code and cast comprehend languages on this. To see if it says anything.
It's a name.
It's a name.
Yep.
It's
Halas.
somebody get it.
Before we do anything, in a whisper to Jester, I like Twiggy, but she picks all the locks. She does the mage hand thing.
Yeah.
She does the hideous laughter thing. She paints.
She makes a duplicate of herself.
She has a cute animal.
And she likes chocolate.
Are we being replaced? Is this some joke?
I mean, I don't know.
And all the lines in the middle of the astrosphere.
By its location, I'm gonna touch it.
You touch it? Okay.
Yes. Oh, shit.
You touch it, and all of you hear this loud, heavy shattering sound as the window just shatters into 100 different pieces, all in stopping about 3 feet from the window and freezing in place. You watch as Ford, standing before it in this void, gets sucked into the darkness, and the glass windows close behind them.
What did he touch? What did he touch?
He touched the.
No one technically was watching.
The red bubble. This is some labyrinth shit, motherfucker.
Where did Ford
And what looks to be a curled mass of deep cerulean blue scales. You hear a heavy snort.
Oh God.
From under a large, rigid horn, as a pair of blue eyes, pale blue eyes, open and focus onto you. The body of the large creature remaining at rest, while its folded wings twitch. Powerful, but surprisingly slender, this young blue dragon lifts its head to address you.
Oh no. Don't worry. You got back up in about 5 minutes.
30, more like.
Just took a short rest.
Holy shit.
He's gonna talk to you.
Oh, God.
The smell of unfamiliar sneak thieves finds us. The way is shut to you.
Apologize. I seem to have stumbled into somewhere where I am not welcome.
I don't know where he walks these days. It's been a while. But we have an arrangement.
An arrangement, you and he?
Yes. I keep watch on some of his surroundings, and he sends me food and gifts. One day I'll be big enough to eat him, and this will all be mine. But until then, I'm fine with the flattery.
How does he send you these, what I assume are these incredible gifts?
I conjure back into my imagination, and I remember that portrait that was up above the desk in the other room, and I go, oh, fuck, this better work. And I start to bring my hand down through the top of my body, and I make myself look like that portrait of who we think is Halas.
Yes.
Now, I'm only a foot taller than myself. So I'm like a 4.5 foot tall Halas.
Okay.
But I have a lot of presence, okay? So I stride forward, and I go, in my like raspiest, most male kind of voice, I say, hey, you look bigger than the last time I saw you.
Wait.
Caleb, what's going on?
And you don't see anybody in there.
Oh yeah, there's nobody in there.
You're in a chamber. You're in a chamber. You land there and you see just this angry, burning dragon, and this tiny little version of the mage that you walked through the den of, and that's it. You see the glowing sphere here on the pedestal. These like lines of energy that kind of meet in the center.
The fire elemental.
This is the fire elemental in the back way burning. You're Troy in Community, walking in with the pizzas.
Minor question. Do I
Yeah, no, and I'm going to do the. We're running. It's bad. I'm going to.
That's amazing. We're running. It's bad.
Doesn't care much for not necessarily. You've been a threat. It's going to go after you, Jester.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Natural 2.
Oh,
Not even joking.
Oh Jesus.
As it strikes both towards you, you like there's that moment of quiet where your eyes close and you're waiting for the imminent moment, and you hear this voice creep in your head and go, "Don't worry, I'm watching." And your arm, without even noticing, you feel like a hand push your wrist, and the shield goes up and deflects the impact. The teeth streak across it and cling to it and begin to try and pull the shield away, and you just instinctually muscle it away. As you do, you watch 2 teeth shatter and fall to the ground in front. Just that moment of strength billowing up from inside a pretty strong cleric.
I will run towards the exit.
Okay. Are you disengaging?
No.
Okay.
What? You can't as an action. Disengage.
No.
No.
Oh, or as a bonus.
You'll run to the front. All right. It makes attack of opportunity against you. That's going to hit.
Sure.
That's a 15 plus 9. Yeah, it's 24. Sure. It's going to be a bite attack against you, which is more damage. That's going to be 18 points of piercing damage.
I'm okay.
Okay. The jaws bite into you, and you feel it rake across your shoulder, but you manage to pull out, roll on the ground, and back up, and you manage to get your arm up and pull yourself onto the platform where the orb is still glowing that dull green color.
I'll turn around and fire my crossbow at the thing.
Go for it.
It's not great. It's only a 16.
16. The bolt ricochets off of the hard scales of the dragon's hide.
If I use my bonus action to fire again, I can't touch the thing, right?
Nope.
Just go.
Fuck.
What you doing, man?
You've done enough.
Yeah.
You did enough.
Go.
You did enough.
Go.
Don't do it!
She can go now. He uses reaction.
I'll
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
I'll go.
Jesus. Jester's next, right? Jester?
All right. Jester's turn. Beginning of your turn, you take fire damage. 6 points of fire damage.
Oh my god.
It's only a 10.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he uses reaction, right?
You did. Jester's out.
Oh my god.
It's the dragon's turn.
Dragon's turn.
The dragon.
I rolled
Is that a 1?
super
Yeah, I
high.
got 1 hit point.
1 hit point.
You had 1
They're both
after
down to
the
1.
18?
Yeah.
The dragon's gonna go ahead and wail on the elemental. It can't see anything else around it. See, everyone else goes by. Twiggy, you're up.
Am I, or is it the elemental? Who goes first?
You go.
I go first. All right.
Come on, Twig.
I'm gonna come out of hiding. I'm gonna fire an arrow with advantage.
Yeah.
Last man standing, Twig.
Natural 20.
Roll damage. Roll damage. Roll damage. We'll see if it's enough.
Oh my god. 9 plus 4 for the hit.
Okay. 9
So 9 plus 4,
13.
13. Wait, for double the dice. I doubled the dice for the hit, so that was 2d6 before, so that's for the hit. But I get 8d6 on my sneak.
Double that sneak
Yeah,
attack.
you gotta either just roll a sneak attack and then double the number, or roll twice as many dice. Up to you.
That's 9. That's another 10 is 19.
Oh my fucking god.
Double that. Come on, come on.
Double that to 38.
How do you want to?
No one's gonna believe her.
Wait.
I step out and I put on my meanest face that I learned from Sir Cadigan. And
Still in the form? Or
still as Hellas. 100% as Hellas. And I say, this is for my only friends. Come straight forward and yeah, I want to hit him like in the heart because he broke my heart.
Oh, bud.
It stumbles forward towards you now that you're visible. Its eyes kind of blinking in and out, looking confused, still with the shape. And goes,
Now I drop it.
and falls to the ground and collapses, exhaling bits of energy arc out of its snout and dissipating into the stone around there. You see the crew, kind of all, like half of the crew sitting there looking kind of intense. The sphere resting in the center of one of the tables off to the side, and as soon as the first of you emerge, they're like, where have you been? What's going on? Orly kind of pushes forward and goes like,
Where have you been hanging?
a few more appear. Eventually, everyone makes their way out of the sphere.
Guys, I did it! I killed the dragon all by myself!
What? No, the dragon was alive. We just left. It's.
Oh, man.
Did you really?
I really did.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah, roll that shit, Caduceus.
God damn. Way to go. That's, did you get anything from him, or?
I really tried to take a tooth, but I figured it'd be better to live.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You hear a clattering sound, and you glance down, and you see stuck in the side of your boot. It looks like one of the errant dragon tubes.
I take it and I put it in my bag, and I go, this will be good for later.
Marius.
I'm just gonna go over to Jester and just take the flower out of her head and be like, I think it worked. I'm gonna take it back now.
I turn and give just like bury my head in her.
Marius is like, we've been waiting here for like 7 days.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Where are we?
We're at Bissav. Our repairs finished like a day ago. And we haven't paid yet because you've been fucking gone. The dockmaster's not happy.
Is the ball of fun there?
Yeah, it's like sitting on a table. They've all been kind of rallied around it, trying to figure out. You guys vanished, and this was all that was left.
I wouldn't touch that. That's a lot.
Oh, we figured that was the case.
That's
It's on the ground.
Yeah, it sounded bad when it came out.
Well, I just want to say that this was the most fun adventure I've ever had in my lives, and you guys are the bestest friends that I've ever had. And I think you should keep the ball of fun, but I'd be very careful because Sir Cadigan is after it. But I better keep moving, so I might get off here.
You don't want to stay with us?
You guys have been the greatest friends ever, but I've spent my whole life in a box. So I'm gonna go exploring.
Oh.
I understand that.
Thanks.
It was nice to meet you and nearly die next to you.
Thanks for saving my life. Yeah, thanks for that.
As an honorary member of the Mighty Nine, just do us a favor and make sure you tell your story far and wide, yeah?
I shall. I shall speak of your bravery to all that I meet.
Let's pack some food and some tea and stuff before you're gonna need some.
Good chocolate.
What I have heard, and he kind of leans in a bit, is the Under Elves apparently snuck past the mountain range and attacked further inland. Like Feldowin was assaulted and the fields were set ablaze.
Where was?
A smart move. I'm cutting the food from the people, huh? These beasts are clever. Be careful.
He said Feldowin.
Feldowin, right?
That's, I'm sorry to hear that. Just in there it is.
Pastries if you have them.
Unfortunately, not much of a pastry opportunity out here on the Swavein.
There's no donuts.
You watch her, like, her smile maintains, but the eyes go hard.
I'm always paranoid.
What if we went to the temple and then headed back? No dilly-dallying. We just go and make sure that everything's okay.
It may only add a day or two at most. I would be most appreciative.
No sense reading 2/3 of a book. Just finish this up, see what it has to say.
Are you going to try to, what are you going to do to Kotoa?
Did you self-echo?
You can talk to them.
I really want to talk to them.
I've talked to many bees in my time.
Really?
Yeah.
You can teach me the language?
I mean, you just, hey bees. How you doing?
Sup, bee?
Hey, bees.
Yeah. Did you have funerals for all of us? Must have taken a lot of time. Like one a day for...
I mean, that actually would have covered everybody when you think about it.
Was mine nice? Did anyone... I guess not. You were on the ocean. Did you say anything?
I did say some things that I probably should not share with you, not.
Like they're bad words or something?
Something like that.
You cursed at my funeral?
I didn't have a funeral for you.
I didn't even get a funeral. Everybody else did.
I didn't know if you were actually gone.
Everyone got a funeral but me.
No, none of you did.
Oh my God! You didn't give any of us funerals.
Because I didn't know if you were alive or not. I was still holding on to maybe that you were, and you just disappeared, and you just didn't want to stay with me anymore. You didn't want me part of the group.
Yeah, sure, we want you to be part of the group.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm not saying, woe poor me or something, but...
Well, I've recently taken to traveling, which is a very new experience for someone of my disposition, and I came across something kind of interesting, and I was curious if you had an opinion on what this is and how one might fix it. And I pull out a broken sword.
Yes.
She takes it.
I was really hoping to really doing something with this at some point and giving it as a gift to a friend who could use a pick-me-up.
This is very, very good craftsmanship. Like, I could not do this. Unfortunately, the break is very bad. Do you have the other part of the weapon?
Sadly, I don't. It may not exist.
If given maybe a week with the right materials, I could maybe try to work on it. But honestly, your best bet is probably to go in to the coast. We don't do much in the way of masterwork weapon craftsmanship here on Besaft. My apologies.
Oh, that's all right. They're definitely trying hard to get us to leave a little sooner than we necessarily like.
It has been very busy this past day or two.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I don't know what I could possibly do in return other than offer my gratitude, but...
She considers it for a second, looks you over. Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
I go in. She goes and takes it and calls you.
Right. You want the spine lift?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to actually like you said.
Thank you. You are quite fuzzy, and I was curious.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure. I look forward to coming your way again one of these days.
Anytime. We're here on the island. Nowhere else to go.
Okay, but
Let's
I
do
really
that.
want to go up to them.
The tour is not intended to bring you that close.
Hello, bees. Hello, bees. Please come over here and let me say hello.
She looks very confused. And says, okay.
I start walking.
She like
very
pretends to listen.
slowly. Hello, bees.
Yeah.
I just want some honey.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Well, if you want honey, I can get you honey.
Yeah, but I want the honeycomb straight from the thingy.
Roll from the cage.
Oh, yeah.
Misan! And the little boy goes, what? He goes, bring some honeycomb over here for a customer. He goes, okay. He goes and cuts a little piece off with what looks kind of like a dull knife and holds it on the edge of the knife and walks over and you see the like, bees kind of covered up in his arm and he kind of puts it over and hands it to you.
Wow.
It's gooey. The hand. It's very sweet and very waxy.
It's like really good. It's like gum, but like sweet. Can I have a jar of it?
The boy heads back to his work and she's kind of like waving some of the bees away and goes, sure, let's walk back. I'll be happy to sell you a jar too. How many would you like?
With the actual honeycomb in it?
Of course.
I want.
Hey guys, I don't have any flowers, but I have some mushrooms. I don't know if you'd be interested, but if you're welcome to come over and take a look. It's probably going to rain pretty soon. It's looking a little iffy.
They're doing their business. They're not paying any attention to you.
They're working really hard right now.
Yeah, they look like it.
I've never
Yeah.
seen bees before.
I've never seen bees before.
Do you not have bees in your house?
You don't have flowers.
Yeah, right.
From your studies, Zydel was one of a number of extremely erudite societies in the Age of Arcanum that had harnessed crystals to make their city hover aloft. There were a handful of these in the Age of Arcanum that could travel across Exandria, cities that were mobile. And nearly all of them, no, as far as anyone knows, all of them have been wiped out during the calamity. You and looks at you through the darkness, a little bit of light there is from oil lanterns being held across the deck, and goes,
Captain, I think we're heading into a proper storm.
Damn, could you like be more ominous, Orly? Were you trying?
Captain,
He was trying.
we're heading into a proper storm.
I'll take the B
It's
take.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Smart ass.
Orly, do you see any way around this storm, or just...
And when you are. Look, we all get sad. I just want you to know that. And I haven't told you really any of this, but I also had kind of a lonely childhood. So, yeah, I didn't have a lot of friends. My father was very protective because of certain things that he believed. And so I wasn't allowed to have a lot of friends.
Oh.
Really any friends.
You could have used the traveler in your life too, then.
Maybe. Maybe I would have turned out a little bit more like you. I admire that in you. You know, in my loneliness, I just got angry and turned to bad things. But in your loneliness, you turned to creativity.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful. I really do.
I'll tell you a secret.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm angry too.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen you angry.
It's a sight to behold.
I'd like to see it someday.
Someday. I'm sure you will.
And I'll be proud of that too. Anyway, I know you like to look for friends, and yeah, I don't know if I'm like best friend material. That might be like a lot of commitment, especially with my commitment of being first mate.
It's a really big, yeah, you already have a lot on your plate.
It really is, you know. So, you know, you don't have to look far for a friend. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
I give her a hug from behind as she's walking away.
You just hug her back from behind.
Thanks, Bob.
Love you, Jess.
I love you too.
Your vision goes dark. And you're kneeling. You open your eyes and you're cleaning a fox you hunted and pulled from the nearby brush. You look across the surrounding Iothia moorland, the sheen of the shallow pools dotting the flat swamp brush landscape, the grays and browns of the valley beneath the clouded skies that raised you. This is the home you knew. The muted colors are comforting. You hear a voice shouted at a distance. Yasha! You turn and see the rest of your hunting party of the Dolorov tribe. Walking towards you, dirty and smiling, is Zuala. Her leather marked with mud, her brown eyes barely visible under her tangled hair. That's a hearty fox for one. Care to share it? The warmth in your chest fills you. It's a flash of lightning behind you. And in that instant, you see Zuala, fleshless and bone, then darkness once more. Another subtle flash, but blue and muted. Another. A roiling ball of storm clouds grows before you in this veil of shadow, swelling as the interior sparks and flashes with light intensely, and they occur more and more rapidly as this sphere of roiling storm grows and swells. You sense something contacting you, and while it isn't speaking with words, you interpret it through language, through your mind. Loss. Loss is excruciating. Loss is paralyzing. Loss is inevitable. Loss can bring sorrow, bring hate, bring cruelty and darkness. Another bright flash. You see a muddied field of burning huts. Corpses lie at your feet, your blade bloodied. A figure turns to you, eyes aglow with yellow, their deep red skin and hooked horns peeking from beneath their folded wings. Their smile curls open. Your anger is beautiful to behold, orphan maker. Another flash. Only the rolling storm remains. The thoughts return. This voice coalesces into more of an actual throaty, deep timbre. Loss can instead teach you what is important. It offers perspective. It offers focus. Might. The courage to protect what has not yet been lost. To be alone, to push others away, can prevent loss. But it also prevents growth, strength, purpose. How much, how many will you lose until you find your strength? The thunder gets louder and louder, cutting through the veil. You find your consciousness tug at your mind, and slowly you begin to shake out of this fugue state. The sound of muffled rain once again growing loud around you, the cold sensation of it dripping through your armor, another crack of thunder. As the dream begins to fade, the voice says, "Show me. Show me what is important, what is worth protecting. This storm was birthed only for you." Your eyes flicker wide, and you're back on the edge of the ship. The wave hits the bow of the ship once more. You hold tight, your hair slicked down across your face as you look up, and with that, a single bolt strikes down, slamming into the front of the ship, where you expect to see splintered wood and fire. Instead, there is just a darkened spot, the impact muted. What you see there instead, a creature. A man-like shape made of crackling blue energy. It stands your height, vaguely human form shifting with unstable power. Suddenly, two vibrant wings of lightning open from its back like an angel. It walks towards you.
Are you him?
It's gonna claw across the front of your body.
I don't know. And I ended up getting a vision.
You got a sign.
I think I did.
I mean, yeah, that's a sign. You got hit. You're pretty fried.
I'm pretty fried. I fought something, though. It was lightning that came down and then turned into a creature.
Did it, I don't know how to make this sound normal. Did it know you? Did it feel like it was there for you?
Yes.
Well, somebody's paying attention. Congratulations. Probably need some food. Where's your sword?
It's here.
That's amazing. Well, now that you seem to have the Stormlord's attention, now what?
I think I just need to keep trying to find him. I mean, I guess he's found me, but...
Well, now what?
That's what I was gonna ask you. Well, I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Well, yeah, I'll go to the kitchen and start to put a kettle on. I think sometimes you are running towards something so fast that you don't remember why you're running in the first place. I've had some moments like that with these people. A couple times where I've felt distant from what's important. And recently I've been thinking about this river in the northern forest. It says it's not a big river, but you can watch the river, and every year it's a little different. And there's we used to make little leaf boats and put them down and make them watch them. And no matter, every year it was a different path, but it's all gonna end up in the ocean eventually. I think that you're gonna be ending up in your destination real soon. I think we're barreling toward it. Congratulations. I'm gonna go make tea. I'm gonna go make tea.
It had to be scary, right? If that's all you'd ever known.
Yeah, I had to leave.
Why?
I did something that wasn't the right thing to do, according to my tribe.
You can say what it is. I won't tell anyone.
In my tribe, we have a matriarch of the tribe, the champion, and her name is the Sky Spear.
Wow, that's a cool name.
And when you become a part of the tribe, you take a blood oath and you get a name. And I was given the name Orphan Maker. And when you become a part of the tribe, as time goes on, you are given a mate. But I fell in love with someone else that was not chosen for me. And we got married privately.
You got married, Yasha?
I did. But they found out, and the punishment for that is death. And they killed her, and I ran away. So I am a coward, I guess.
Yasha, you're not a coward.
Oh.
You're one of the bravest people I've ever met.
Thank you, Jester. But in our tribe, when you get married, it's for life, so... even if she's gone, she'll always be mine.
What was her name?
Her name was Zuela.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah. But I left, and I'm sure they were coming after me, and I got into the wastes of Jorhas, and something happened this time that I cannot account for. I was out there for months by myself, and it seemed like I woke up months later, and I looked different, and I felt different. And I woke up at an altar of the Storm Lord. And he saved me. For what yet, I don't know. But hopefully I can be a better champion for him. And fulfill whatever purpose that he has for me.
Did he heal your heart? Or are you still sad?
I don't know if my heart could ever be healed, but I'm okay with that. I feel like if it were put back together, then that means Zuala would be gone. But I know one day I want to go back there, and I don't know where she was buried, but I have so many flowers to bring to her. don't know. I don't know what all this means, but I sometimes... I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't know.
I feel like sometimes I get nervous to get close to people because I just feel like I lose them. And then Molly.
And then Molly.
I feel like I'm either very unlucky or cursed, and I don't believe in luck.
Curses and luck, they go together. If you don't believe in luck, you can't believe in being cursed either.
That's true. That's true.
And Molly's still with us.
Yeah.
The same way that your beautiful wife is.
Yeah. I think so. I think so. This is very good tea.
I'm saving it.
What's in here?
You didn't put some of that stuff in, did you?
Oh, that, no, although I did think about it. Now, this is from home. This is the, Cadence family, if I recall. It's very minty.
Very minty.
It's like it's people?
Oh, I mean, technically, yeah.
Minty people.
Well, maybe this is best kept to us, but
I won't tell anyone.
I mean, I'm fine with saying it, but it's a long story, and
Thank you for trusting us with that, Sasha.
of course.
Sometimes it helps to say things out loud.
I think so. I feel like I'm trying to learn that from you, Jester.
Really?
Yeah, you say what's on your mind, and
That's true.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to start doing that.
To surviving.
To surviving.
To Minty family.
Minty
The
families.
minties.
Hey, nice job.
Yeah.
Really?
Was awake the whole night?
Which direction are we pointed?
The one we're heading forward, which is the only way we could be heading.
Which is?
Towards our destiny.
Orly,
which way we head?
agreed, and I couldn't guarantee your safety up here while we're below the murky depths.
Not.
Yes.
I don't want to force you to come. Of course not. You can stay up here if you want, and I'm not going to talk about dangers and murky depths and stuff like that. I will say that you saved my life, and I don't feel as comfortable going into a battle without you.
Ford, you have a thing or two to learn from Jester about talking to people and engaging them on a personal level. And she has what I would call the expert touch. She gets people, she sees into their hearts and souls, and you are just a bastard man.
I hear there is an ancient button factory at the bottom of the waters.
Wait, Button Wonka's factory? With the Boompa Loompas?
You've heard of it as well.
I have! No one's seen anyone come in or out of that factory, and yet it makes buttons every day! How did they do it?
The story's been lost to the ages since the Great Calamity.
All right.
You're in?
This fucker. feel like 50-50 he's turning evil on us.
Will you stay close to me down there, please?
Of course I will. I'm not going to leave you. You're puny and weak. I'm sorry. I meant physically. Physically, you're puny and weak. Intellectually, you're a rock star. You're amazing. You know I respect you.
Your first statement was accurate.
It's too much of that expression, Sam, tonight. It's just been glaring at me the entire time.
Look at that forked tongue.
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about the regal in the room.
Ooh, it does look like a fortune.
No.
What the fuck is
Oh
going
my
on?
god.
How do you have a dimple? You have like that's like a movie star
The perfect
chin
butt cheek in
dimple,
your
except
tongue.
it's like right there.
You got ass tongue.
Tongue is saving a woman tied to a railroad track.
The baby's butt coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's a front bottom.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you. This grapple.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, just my teeth.
Oh, buddy.
Oh no. He's had the worst luck.
I'm going to. It's a tough decision here.
I know.
Since
I could take 10 minutes and give everybody a little bit of a boost who needs
That'd be
it.
great. Yasha, you see anything in there?
She kind of turns around.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
No, I don't.
She looks back from the inside and goes,
he tried to do it.
"There's the lip,
404.
the lip quiver."
Yasha will help you pull the body back in.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you guys go out there together on like a little, just a walk around? Just a little. You guys could go together is all I'm saying.
Who, Yasha and her?
Ford and Jesse could just go together.
But Yasha's really strong.
Sure, but so are you, and you could show them that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Go on, have fun. Take your time.
All right.
Do you need any money?
Nope, never
I'm
mind.
okay right now. Thanks, Mom. Could you ask your god? Could you ask him if?
How do I do that, Chester?
Well, like do it like I do to the traveler.
Does he just answer you when you talk to him?
Yeah.
He does.
I'm gonna start looking around.
Hey, traveler.
Recess.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, he totally just said, "What's up?" I'm going to sit down really fast and just say, "Hey, traveler. So I know that, he's like doing something for this other god guy, but we both know this other god is way too stupid. So, if you do me a favor and just, watch after Ford, that would be really great because, he's done a lot of things that has really helped out with stuff for you, and he's gonna be pretty helpful in helping me get to you later this year. So, yeah, anyway, I really like you and I really like him, and I would like if you would help out, please. Thank you.
Can I go and sit down right in front of Jester?
Yeah.
Can I help you?
What did he say?
Did you hear what I was saying?
Kinda. He had a little projection on it, yeah.
Oh shit, I thought I was whispering. Hold on, let me think. I'm listening.
Jester,
What?
you don't have to tell me. It's fine. I appreciate the sentiment. It's okay. You can go.
I really hope he does help you.
Me too. I will kneel down in front of the recession, and I will look at the eye that's in the pommel of the falchion. Let's see what this does. And I'll place it in the recession.
Okay. As you place the sword pommel down into the center of that recess, the eye glows, your vision goes dark, and dark to black. Flash of bright yellow light. Your eyes kind of wince, though you force them open. Looking ahead of you, you can see a bright yellow eye, the size of your body, staring towards you, emitting this painful glow, the singular dark slit from top to bottom, focusing and twitching in your direction before it finds you.
Watching.
You hear a deafening crack. And though your eyes are still adjusting to the light before you and focusing intently on this eye, on the peripheral around it, you can just barely make out what looks to be shifting shadows, like tendrils or movement. Something serpentine beginning to shift. It seems to be resisting some sort of binds, making gains on them.
Adept.
A loosened tendril curls behind you. You don't change your focus, looking into the eye. You feel like an icy blanket, this scaly-like tail, almost as large as your body, begin to wrap around you. The touch is freezing, ice cold, and you feel your back arch. It begins to envelop and squeeze you.
Reward.
The cold sensation overwhelms your senses. Your entire body goes numb and your vision begins to blur once more. The light of the eye begins to fade as the cold sensation and the grasp of this tendril becomes the entirety of your awareness. You hear a distant sound of muffled cracking again. As the blackness claims your vision, you see a distant shape, like a broken shore at midnight before you. Waves curl against the shore. It's a long, protracted beach. Just the faint bits of starlight in night, giving you just the basic outline of it. Along that beach, you see 3 points of light. Different from what your previous vision were. They're not bright, singular points, but 3 focused gathering of dull lights. You glance over, there's cities. Cities at night, 3 of them along the shore. Beyond that, a faint bit of yellow grabs your attention. Beyond these 3 coastal cities, you see a forest, jungle. You can't make out the details from this strange kind of elevated vantage point. You feel like you're flying above the sky. The light goes brighter, and it's the same tint as the eye that summoned you here, as the spheres that you've claimed through your journey. Above that forest, you can see looming the peak of a mountain range. And as that light goes brighter and brighter in the heart of this jungle, you just hear once more,
Release.
the light gets brighter until it begins to hurt your eyes. You're trying to focus on it, trying to will yourself towards it, and it gets too much and you force your eyes shut. The minute you open them, you're back in the chamber. Your body is pins and needles as the numbness begins to fade. You glance down. The yellow sphere that was the base of your sword, the eye, it's just the dull, lifeless metal that was there when you first found the falchion. You watch as all the runes suddenly begin to glow with that same yellow, faint light. The spirals all around you. The stone shifts again and cracks, and you see bits of stone and leftover sediment begin to just release within the inside of the chamber.
Time to go. Now head towards the tunnel.
300 feet?
Now,
Now what?
What do you do?
I am going to cast Control Water, and I'm just going to shove that, like all the water. I'm just going to push them right into the island.
With a tidal wave?
Yeah.
I can't quite tidal wave. I can do redirect flow, or I can do whirlpool. I think are my 2.
What are you going to choose?
It's a wave, for sure.
Yeah, it's a wave.
It's a wave.
Okay.
That's what I was worried
If
with
I
Vontica
remember, you
about.
could do a few different things.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
could
20 different
whirlpool.
20-foot tall wave that travels from one
It's a
side.
25%
there we
chance
are.
of capsizing.
Correct.
All right, I'm throwing them onto the island.
All right.
While
Well,
he's doing that, Captain, should we turn to engage or no?
Nope.
Okay.
Percentile.
yes. So roll.
Alright.
So yeah.
I got them so that.
Yeah.
3-0.
15.
15. You watch as the ocean swells up and slams into the ship, and the ship capsizes and scrapes onto the edge of what looks to be a bank of heavy rocks.
Just water.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna sit down. That was really tiring.
Glad we went through all that.
Holy
so I can
moly.
get that spell once a day.
That was serious stuff, man.
Captain, they're vulnerable. Turn so we can finish them off.
Make it so. Turn to port. Prepare to fire. They can survive this barrage.
Fire! You heard the order, men. Fire!
Yeah. For the purposes of brevity.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. That's what this shit's for. That was a 30% chance for an immediate win, and you did it.
There was a 70% chance it was gonna fucking fail.
Oh, what if it's the same thieves who robbed us twice?
Oh my God.
They tried to handle the new occupation.
We got a boat now, baby. This is going down.
Oh, so good. No.
We're thousands.
Only get one family. Are you sure that whatever's transpired between you is too much to drop a note?
You know, I got a note from my parents when I was at the Cobalt Reserve, at the Cobalt Soul, and it seemed very clear that they didn't really want me to come back. My mother actually ended up birthing a son while I was at the monastery. So they got what they wanted, got rid of me, and thought that it would be best if we all parted ways. So I took that letter as a goodbye and decided to continue on my way.
You have a brother now.
I have a baby brother that I've never met.
No other siblings.
Nope.
Aren't you at all concerned that he might be an innocent in all this? He has your blood running through his veins.
I don't know, I guess I never thought about it like that. I never met the kid. It's hard to feel concerned about something you have no real personal connection with, whether they're your blood or not. Should we go check in Felderwin?
I wouldn't mind swinging by if we're going that way. Just for a quick check-in.
Are you afraid?
Did you learn who you are?
No, and the thing I wanted the most was, in some of these, I saw a vision of Mandarin. Whether it's a statue or in a reflection or something, and I didn't see anything. Nothing.
Mandarin.
We don't need it.
In no less than 30 words, describe to me why you should have this ship.
Captain. I couldn't possibly.
He seemed like really wrestling with the idea of like.
I can certainly caretake it in your absence. You intending to mosey on northward, right?
Further inland. What I think I'm saying is, the ship is yours once we reach Nicodranus. You can sell it, you can take care of it, whatever you see fit. You've done right by us.
He thinks for himself and goes,
Mighty generous. I can claim ownership by name only. But we all know who the captain of this ship is. If you're going upward to the Empire, I can put the crew to work. Earn a little bit of money for us and you. When you come on back, maybe a little bit of gold in it for you. But ship is always yours.
That sounds quite agreeable, Orley.
I'm gonna climb up and set up a little ritual circle in the crow's nest, and I'm gonna light some incense, and I'm gonna pull out a piece of that weird fruit that I've been slowly growing some mushrooms on and getting a little weird. Eat a little bit of it. I'm gonna meditate, and then I'm going to cast. Yeah, let's just cast divination.
Yeah, fluffy little clouds.
Yeah.
okay.
Just a light divination.
Divination?
Happy little scratch.
I don't know what.
And I'm gonna feel out into the universe, and I'm gonna wait for whatever sign, whether it be verbal or otherwise, or. I wonder what Vandrin's doing right now.
What?
The warm, soft, comforting voice like a breeze kind of drifts past your ears as the hot wind unexpectedly through a cold night kind of drifts past your shoulders, staying out of sight, making amends. That's all.
That'll do.
Entry.
I head back down.
To trip you out with shit you didn't know about.
Oh boy. Backstory.
Looks back at the rest of you.
Well, you'll all be safe. Even if you got some of that fancy magic word stuff, right?
Yes, I will definitely send you a message if we need anything.
I can too, probably.
Oh! What? Awesome.
Really?
Anyway,
Peace magic.
y'all travel safe.
Be well, Orley. Carry on.
Take care of that crew. They're real good.
You watch as Amarius off to the side hands something to Orly, and Orly looks off to y'all.
Don't worry. I fully intend to.
He puts a captain hat
One of the cannons is broken. I found it that way though, so you should probably fix that while we're going.
I've had a thing I've been wanting to do for a while, and I figure now is possibly the time to take care of this. I want to find a blacksmith.
You seem unreasonably excited about that.
Well, it's not often that I have a pet project. I haven't had one in a while, and that was kind of the way I used to keep myself excited and busy back when I was home. So I've got a pet project, so it's been a while.
Do you need any help? What are you gonna make something?
I'm pull out the broken sword hilt that I have.
Oh yeah, that.
I'd love to see about getting this fixed, maybe, and as a token of appreciation for Mr. Ford for doing such a good job taking care of himself on his own quest and not getting sidelined into some bad thoughts.
That is very thoughtful of you. Thank you.
I also don't know how to find a blacksmith.
Oh, I think I know a pretty good one.
It's about maybe 5-6 minutes for him to find something before he stops and goes,
My apologies. This is not really a form of forging that I can repair. This is Uthodurnian.
Uthodurnian.
It's a very, very far north, very isolated people. Dual society, dwarves and elves together.
Well,
Kind of merger of the two styles of forging make for very unique weaponry, but a little bit out of my skill range. My apologies.
well, that's good to know.
Thank you very much. You are very generous. Thank you. Thank you all.
What's your name, by the way?
Dreef.
Dreef?
Dreef, what's your name?
Bo.
Bo.
Yeah. Like a staff.
Do you use staffs?
Yeah, I do actually. Do you sell staffs?
No, it would be really funny if you used them, and you do, so it's quite funny.
All that.
I know.
Bobo. Would be a
see?
Bo's bow.
That is what I'm talking about.
Are you all really just making this connection? Really?
I mean, truthfully, yeah, kind of.
Just making this connection.
Pull out my bow. Staff.
Yeah.
You could put a bow on the bow. On Bo's bow.
You could, yeah. Then it would be Bobo bows.
wait. And he turns around and brushes off real fast to rummage in the same cabinet, comes back with a piece of ribbon, and leans in to tie it around the bow.
Now that is something. Bows, bow.
You're not into this, I'm sorry.
I put it away and I smack Ford in the face as I put my staff back.
Well, the
Lips bleeding.
ribbons for you, I suppose.
Thanks.
I deal in prose and poetry quite a bit, so I just need a good amount of basic blank paper for my work.
He's a really good poet.
And all rhymes.
Have you been published?
I am working up the courage for that point. I'm almost ready. I just have to take that first
Slam
step.
poetry right now. Just what's anything that comes to your mind. He's really super.
Pink. I sometimes think. I need to think. I want to get out of the store right now.
And get a drink. I'll make
Yes.
you make a scratch.
Keep at it.
So just the paper,
Yeah.
I suppose.
No, hey, he leans forward and kind of pats you on the shoulder. Everyone starts somewhere, right?
Ooh.
Maybe while they were in there shopping, I just want to like put my hand in the dirt. Just feel like just soil. Just know that I'm on solid land.
As you kind of like your fingers dig into the dirt and you squeeze it and appreciate it. You glance over to the side. There's like a 7-year-old boy who's just sitting there looking at you.
I thought I dropped a coin in there. I was looking for it.
He reaches down and grabs a big handful of dirt too and squishes it in his fingers.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I thought we were playing. You assaulted a 7-year-old. I thought we were playing.
A strange little pink creature with the fairy wings just threw dirt in his eye.
Big yellow eyes.
Sam just have a dad moment in the mail.
So excited for our next campaign. You've already created like a backstory for your next character.
I hate monsters.
Away with a knife.
If it's pink, I kill it.
Yeah. But what if Nugget could go into it?
That could definitely happen.
And then we're like, oh no, my dog, he went in, and now we have to go in too to get him out.
That's valid.
He's certainly your dog, Jester. It's your call.
Let's leave him there.
I don't know how to respond to that.
You beat me to it, Siri.
Lazy role playing.
Yes, and bitch.
Chip in for one too.
Yeah, let's buy them out.
Just to have it out.
Do you have any flammable oils?
There's oil. How much much do you need?
Enough for a larger flask, something that I could make like a long line of oil with, if I needed to.
All right. That'll run you 40 gold pieces.
Whoa.
I'll take it.
All right.
She jumps off the stool.
Doors, nothing.
But hey, there's nothing that says if we come back in the morning,
It might not be low.
that son of a bitch might be in a different place. I bet you. Crap fire, slap dolly.
What?
I don't even.
Queens?
It looks to be a male goblin, really, really well dressed, like in a tiny little, like almost like an accountant's outfit, where it's like double-breasted to one side with a nice lapel, has small spectacles across the kind of bulbous and pointed nose, no hair, the teeth, which, you know, characteristically of a goblin tend to kind of overlap and protrude for those that have been really well kept. Very, very well-groomed goblin. It's pokes around the corner. Hello?
Some, amazing questions or
I
gives
don't
it.
want questions. I want to go back to the Fappy.
Oh my god.
The Happy Fun Time Ball. There's so many secrets there.
The Fappy Fun
Fappy Fun Ball.
That's a true artifact, to be fair.
In the ball, you want to go back in the
Never
ball?
come out again.
Well, maybe we don't offer that right
We don't
away.
have to offer that.
My loyalty is something that is gradually earned. This is as much as you've earned. And he kind of looks to the room. There are many floors in this tower. With more loyalty earned, perhaps you'll see more of my tower. But for now, and he kind of looks over to the door opens up. The rest of your friends can enter. Let's have a conversation. I am Yusa Arenes. I am the owner of the Open Quay. And I have been a practitioner of the arcane arts in seclusion for over 200 years. You carry with you something that is very dangerous, and I would very much like to stay here. Because the longer it's on your persons, the larger chance there is that you misuse it and destroy yourselves, or it falls in the hands of someone who should not have it.
We almost died in there.
Well, which
Case in point.
I'm assuming he's talking about the Happy Fun Ball.
Yes. Begins to cast a spell that you recognize as an identify spell. Casts another spell that you don't recognize. Takes a moment and kind of concentrates on it, and you watch his face go slack. A familiar expression that many of you have seen your friends as they concentrate on it do so. Oh, it'd be so disappointing when they pass through the illusion. You don't know. I've lived quite a long while. And the only reason I've lived this long is I have made allies. I followed them into sometimes stupid, unnecessary circumstances. Many of them died helping me. Many of them I outlived. But I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't at least trust in the power of others.
I just want to let you know that while we're on the sea, I had a talk with my goddess. And, that friend of yours is still out there.
Friend of mine?
Yeah, that old friend of yours that you haven't seen in a while. What's his name?
Xander?
Yeah, that's the one.
How do you know that?
I asked the Wild Mother.
And is this the same as Jester talking to the Traveler? You hear from the Wild Mother?
I feel like I would be speaking to things I didn't necessarily know about. I don't entirely know the Traveler, nor entirely understand what the Traveler is, but I know the Wild Mother.
And you asked about him for me?
Yeah. Making amends, whatever that means.
He was making amends.
One way or another.
Thank you.
It's a very particular flavor of goodness that comes from those who were offered so much temptation. I have some faith in you. Back to the horses.
I got one too.
All right, hold on.
The problem with friends is that you have to care about them and wander away.
Wow. Wow! Fucking cool, Caleb!
Caleb is really cool.
Yeah, he's cool. You're cool, Caleb. See, Jester thinks you're fucking cool because she's your fucking friend.
I'm trying to sleep. What are y'all doing?
Sorry, Ford!
Oh,
What? Oh, God. Ooh.
All right. Do you have any business in Trostenwald while you're there?
Well, I'm going to go stand in front of a tree just for 20 seconds and do this.
Perfect. It's just everything I liked about both those characters happening all at once. It was amazing. It's amazing.
The whole thing, but I've gone through most of the paper, purchased and read the history of Nicodranus.
All right.
A general knowledge of the history of Nicodranus.
There you go. I'll send you an email later.
Yelky.
Congratulations.
That, my friends, is the sound of history.
Do I recognize that person from my time at school?
You recognize both of them.
Holy boly. All you gotta do is ask.
The woman is Lady Vestaragna, the Archmage of Antiquity of the Cerberus Assembly.
Sorry, didn't hear you there. Lady Vestaragna. Vestaragna.
The Archmage of Antiquity of the Cerberus Assembly.
What does that even mean?
Archmage of something, Cerberus Assembly?
Of antiquity.
Antiquity.
Okay. Antiquity of the Cerberus. Antiquity. Of.
Oh my god, I'm shaking right now.
I recognize him.
Percy's in my head dissecting that title so hard right now.
I know, right?
I can't, though. I don't know.
The man, the elder elf, is Martinet Ludinus Deleth.
Oh, one more time, please.
Largemont?
Martinet.
Martinet.
Ludinus, L-U-N-I-D-U-S.
Ludinus.
Deleth, D-A''L-E-T-H.
No, Jesus. I get two letters in. That's all.
MLD.
MLD!
This won't come back to bite you.
Martinet Ludinus. That's all I got.
He's making the name so hard now that we can't make fun
I
of
know.
us.
We're so hard.
I know he doesn't use a name
I got on a
generator
list
'cause
like
nobody
over a year ago.
Whoa.
There is another building next to that. There's the Bernardo Apothecary that is also burned to the ground. I don't want to fight those things.
What things?
The cricks, the things that came in and did this.
What do you know? Were you here? Do you know what happened to this place?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I don't know. They haven't found a body, so that's something. His boy Luke is found safe and is staying with what's her name? And looks over at the other guy and the other person, the woman. Next thing goes at old Edith's house.
Do I know Edith?
You know of old Edith, yeah. The older woman, a few buildings down.
He's okay.
Luke's okay.
Did the party that came in to attack? Were they taking prisoners or were they killing?
From what I heard, they just burned and slashed. Just under 100 Crown's Guard were killed. A few of my friends. 14 civilians died in the fires. It was the weirdest thing. I watched friends of mine just begin to slow down. Anyway, a single chair holds the center of the room, and that's what remains inside.
Lighting it up in here.
Or in
Or like maybe they came
22.
in through.
22.
21.
It looks like there was definitely a struggle in here.
Okay.
Like, looking at the walls, looks like there were probably like blade scrapes across bits of stone. A lot of the furniture in here has been destroyed as part of that from heavy impacts. But the center chair seems perfect.
You know what that makes me think of?
You know?
I'm gonna sit in the chair.
All right. You
And
sit down
see
in
what
the
I
chair.
see. What does it look like from the chair?
It looks like the room.
Programming it.
You see inside what looks to be a retractable silver tripod of some kind. The apex looks like it's set to hold something. It's like three of them that come together, and they, you imagine where it open up, there's like a platform beneath it, and they all don't meet really at the top. They're like three things that are set to hold a device of some
Hold
kind.
something.
Yeah.
Like maybe
I don't know what that is.
In these past weeks, we have successfully distilled a single vial that should enable a temporary influx of dunamis to even an untrained soldier. Once I can remove the beacon itself from the process, I hope to have this alchemist produce a number of batches over the next 12 to 16 months, refining the method with each step until we can certify its use in combat. Is that your friend, the
They were
alchemist?
using the alchemist. They were using Yeza.
Listen. Word has found me of Trent finding a few of his proteges have a knack for early dunamancy. Blah blah, something. I am eager to look over their findings and perchance fold these skills into my own. Imagine something could be accomplished by the assembly should be further learned to command these. There's so many things I can't read because it's burned away existence. The dreams are already thrilling.
What? It's your people.
It's because
the people that you know and trained with.
They haven't, like, he hasn't, in terms of.
Well, fuck him.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's your people that have done this to my people. And we have to find them both.
We sent a message once. Is it worth trying it again?
Not right now. I have to go see Lady Edith right now.
Maybe break the chair.
Why should we break the chair?
Can I actually do a little pass on the chair and see if I see any signs that someone's been tied to it, someone's been questioned?
Why was it locked from the
Make an
outside?
investigation check.
Thing.
Why lock it?
Well, the chair is facing the chest, correct? Is what you said? I mean, look at the amount of time that we've all lost staring in the dodecahedron.
Is there anything in my time of torture and awful that would tell me what this chair is?
Yes. It's a chair. It's a standard chair.
No, I don't mean like a magic chair. I mean set up in the room with the mess around it.
Correct. No. You gather that whoever came down here last brought the chair with them to probably lock their things.
Stand guard.
And leave it here and then lock the basement behind them, not expecting anyone to make their way in.
Oh, okay.
I'll disguise self as a halfling. Plump face, tan skin, braids, and I'll just go and start pounding on the door.
Okay. The moment passes and the door opens up, and an elderly human woman comes to the door. Gray hair that kind of just goes past her shoulders, a little wild and unkempt and wiry at the edges. The wrinkles just kind of scrunch the face into this perpetual smile. And the eyes are almost beady behind the folded forehead and lids that have kind of fallen with time.
Hello, can I help you?
Edith, it's me. Where's my son?
I thought you were dead.
I'm not. Let me see him right now.
My goodness. Luke?
And you'd see what looks to be a small halfling boy, and maybe more than 5 years old, kind of peek around the doorway. Shaggy, light brown hair, blue eyes.
Yeah?
Hi.
Daddy said the goblins killed you.
didn't. I'll pull out the doll of King Bertrand and give it to her. Give it to him. I brought you that. And other toys. How are you? Are you okay? Did they hurt you?
He says Daddy went away to help the war, but I think she's lying. He's probably dead too, like I thought you were.
No, he's alive. I know he is. Did they touch you?
No. Daddy locks me away when the mean lady comes by.
The mean lady? What does she look like? Who is she? Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful to see you. I just pick him up and give him a big hug and a kiss.
He kind of just stiffens up. He's overwhelmed and untrusting of the scenario, but you still pick him up.
Mean lady with the pointy ears.
Yes. Yes, she comes often? And you go somewhere safe when she comes?
Daddy would put me in my room.
What about the last time?
It was the night when all the loud noises happened.
Yes?
Daddy just pushed me out of the house and said go, so I ran to Edith. Everything was on fire.
You're very smart. You're very smart. You've always been a very smart boy. You're a good boy. Good job. Stay safe. When you were running away, did you see anything of Dad?
No. I mean, it's just a lot of scary people in armor.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I wasn't there to protect you. And
Mommy, where were you?
I was far away. I was trying to get back. I was trying to come back. I was trying so hard, but I'm not strong enough to come back yet. But just know that I'm always thinking of you. I send you things so you remember me, and I hope Dad gives them to you.
We get presents, but he just says they're from somebody.
Oh. Well, that's fine. Yeah, it would be hard to understand. But I love you so much, and I've never stopped thinking about you and trying to come home. I didn't want to go away. And I'm going to find your father. I will. And then maybe we can be a family again. Maybe. But I will find him, I promise you, all right? You just have to be that smart boy that I know and just stay safe, all right?
Is Daddy alive?
In my heart, I think he is.
And you're alive again?
I will be too.
And don't die.
He turns around and walks back into the house.
The right call is here.
Look, Beth, wherever you go, just let me know how I can help. If you need us to leave, we'll leave. I mean, you've given me enough to at least get out of town for a while, but...
Okay. Maybe just lay low for a little while, a few days.
I mean, you're just here to check on your son? So that's a good cover, I guess. Who's it, your son, or are you even a goblin?
Okay, all right. So you probably have some questions for me, and that's all right.
One or two.
Like 1,000.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way more.
I mean, if it's your son, that's really sad, not?
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for surprising you all back there, and I'm sorry that I didn't tell you more before. What you want to know? What do you want to know? Just
Are you a goblin?
Is that your son for real?
okay. Well, hi. My name's Not the Brave, and I am a little goblin girl.
Okay.
But once upon a time, I was Veth, a young halfling woman. And before that, a halfling child who grew up being told that she was not pretty and not brave and not coordinated and not smart and just not.
And that's you, that's how you looked. This is how you looked?
Yeah,
But you're so pretty.
I was. And then, time went by and I got a little bit older and I was made fun of quite a bit. I had this, people thought I was strange because I collected things. I had lots of collections. They were really outstanding. I collected wax seals and pieces of paper, colored paper, and some buttons and fabric.
Collected wax seals?
All kinds, yeah.
Do you still have those?
I'm afraid not.
It's kind of cool, actually.
Well, they didn't think so. I had brothers and people in town who would just ridicule me, and
That was here?
yes, I lived here. And then one day I was playing a game with some other boys, and they dared one of their friends to give me a kiss.
Spin the bottle.
And the boy was very nice, and he actually seemed to like it. And he and I became friendly, and eventually we did what people do and got married.
Oh, that's not. I went somewhere else. Yeah, married. Yeah.
And he didn't mind my strangeness, and I helped him get his apothecary up and running. He was a brilliant chemist and could make acids and potions and oils and bleaches for fabrics and dyes and all sorts of things. And I helped him, and he took care of me, and eventually we had a baby named Luke. And he was a bright boy, very smart. He learned to talk very early and walk very early. Such a smart boy. And that's who you saw back there, is my son.
So, was he right? Did you die?
I think so. We had a rough winter in Felderwind. There was not a lot of crops, and I think some of the animals had died that winter. And this river I've brought you to, this sort of, it's a beautiful place. I used to come here with Yeza, and it's also an important place because this is the the goblins would come from over there, and they would come and raid us from the other side of the river. And I think after that winter, they got particularly hungry and more dangerous and more daring, and they came into town and raided more and more until one day they took us. They took me and my husband and my child, and they held us in one of their camps. And I don't know if it was days or weeks, I'm not sure, but Luke was not doing well. He was starting to starve. And I knew that we needed to get out of there somehow. Yeza is a very bright man, but he's not a fighter. So I had to do what I had to do. We ran. We ran in the dead of night, and they weren't fast. I've been chased a lot in my life by boys making fun of me, and I'm pretty fast. So I told them to run to the river, and I broke off, and I ran a different way, and the goblins followed me. And when they found me, they surrounded me, and I fought. I had a vial of acid that Yeza had handed me, and I threw it in the face of the one trying to catch us. They didn't like that. They took me back to their camp, and I think he died from his wounds. And he was something like their leader. And he had a wife. And she brought me to another woman in a hood, a magic woman. I don't know who she was. I never saw her eyes or anything. But this goblin told the woman, make her suffer. And they did. They brought me to this river. And they drowned me in it. I can still feel the water in my lungs and my ears and my nose. And then nothing. Until I woke up and saw the hands, the skin. Then I looked in a puddle, and I could see what they made me. They made me everything that I thought I was. Not pretty. Not good. Just not.
Hey, Jester. Since we're gonna try and be honest with each other and turn a new leaf,
Are you in love with me?
Well, in a way. I got this, man.
Your name is Veth. It was. My name was Bren. Aldrich Ermandrud. Was. And that's why you looked at me that day.
husband, I know the things that they can do. And I start to unwrap one of my arms.
Arms?
Like the skin?
No, I've been wearing bandages on my arm. And there are little, very faint scars all up the arm.
Cuts or burns?
They are scars, faint scars from cuts.
From cuts.
He used to put crystals in. He experimented on us, on the three of us.
What would they do? What crystals?
He was trying to strengthen us.
The Dunamis?
No. The first time I have ever seen that word was in your libraries. Just haphazardly scrolled into a book. No explanation. No, we everything was for Empire. We were being trained to serve our Empire. Above all else.
Ask.
Thank you, miss.
Next time on Columbo.
Well, this is the point where she goes on and goes, and one more thing.
One more question.
What you say? Yes,
I'd like to ask.
on my glasses.
For our younger audience, Columbo is a television series.
Up and I kind of just like slap one of his wounds.
What is wrong with you? Who are you?
What's up? Name's Bo, with the Cobalt Soul.
Great.
Yeah. What's your name?
Jeff?
Good word. It's spelled weird. G-E-O-F.
That's also got a
Got two
J in it.
apostrophes between the.
What happened to Renato? Or if you were around when the apothecary burned.
Oh, yeah. That's where I got all this.
Oh.
He's trying to get people out of the flames. Managed to get his son out, it seems.
Really?
Yeah. Cricks got him and ran.
The Cricks got him.
Yeah.
Did you see which direction they ran?
Back to the fucking hole. They headed northward.
Perfect.
Hey, Laura. Hey, Laura. That's a pretty good penis you drew over there.
Thanks.
It's very lifelike.
Oh my god, it's big.
Sam told me to!
Did you hear what was revealed in that moment?
He's
just now?
coming from the depths.
Yeah.
I did.
Looks like some stuff happened there too.
Wow,
This is serious, guys.
Most intense battles took place of the Calamity was on Wild Mount. And Gordranas was the name of the center of their tenuous union. Essentially, in the final years of the Calamity, it was where all of the betrayer gods would go to plot the undoing of the rest of the free people and their creators in Exandria.
While we're going, I'm going to try to send a message to you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
What message do you send?
I'm a friend of Veth.
Oh.
We know you've been taken. But stay hopeful. We are looking for you. If you can, tell us where you are currently.
There is no response. And then a very faint one. Hello? I don't know. It's very dark. I have to be quiet. But thank you. That's it.
I got a job for you. What's your name again?
Bo.
Bo, this is Jordan and Jay. They're gonna go ahead and help me out with this. How much you paying?
Oh my god.
Not.
I'm going to turn, since that one's kind of letting me go, and I'm gonna put my hand towards the other one, and I'm gonna say, "Get the fuck out of my temple!" And I'm gonna cast banishment.
Banishment?
Yeah.
10-foot wide continuous tunnel, and it is
66
maddening.
bottles of beer on the wall, 66 bottles of beer.
Take one down, pass it around. 65 bottles of beer on the wall.
21 bottles of beer on the wall.
Also, all throughout the day, once an hour, Caleb says, "It's 2 o'clock."
Shut up.
Hour goes by.
Perfect.
It's 3 o'clock.
You know, if you're gonna do those, maybe put some chimes behind it so you can be like
I
a
use
bell tower.
thaumaturgy every time it says it to make the bing bong noise.
An hour later, ding dong, ding dong. No. It's 4 o'clock.
Just saying, if we're gonna be underground in a blank, boring shithole tunnel for a whole nother day, I still have some of these mushrooms left over from Molly Mock.
It would pass the time.
Might just help make it fun.
Wow, really? Now?
I'm real bored.
It's super dark. Lives could be in jeopardy at any moment, and you want a trip?
Yeah, it's true. If those like cone head thingies come out again, I don't want any of you not being aware of what's happening.
I'm just so bored.
Yeah.
You're bored?
No.
Yeah.
Really? Look at this. And Frumpkin gets up onto hind legs and does a little.
Oh, but
And then
you know what
loses
we
it
could do? Here, take this. I'm gonna give her the smutty book that you gave me just recently. Wait! Read it out loud.
Okay.
Why do you do these things?
Now we can all have
Why do you like
entertainment while we're walking.
It's like listening to a podcast when you drive to work.
And it already starts good, you guys.
Support for this book.
It was a glistening night.
Oh crap!
glistening
No.
night.
Oh.
The snow fell on the winding paths.
Oh, just like the path we're on.
It was chilly. She could feel her nipples getting hard. It starts so soon! It starts so soon!
I mean, it really, normally it doesn't take, but
I'm just going right into Constitution saving throw.
That's this is just an overall penalty to stealth.
Is there anything on the ceiling as I awkwardly stare up at it?
Both you and Jester both make perception checks.
Oh, I was kidding.
She felt the warmth of the fire. She could feel his warm touch.
shut up. It was good. I was really, I'm paying attention to.
Around what? Around her waist? Around her
17.
buttocks? What?
As his strong, burly,
you're
hairy
enthralled.
arms wrapped around his waist. She can feel her breath leaving her bodice. This is so good, Jester.
I know. Thank you,
Travis.
Caleb.
Yes.
So Ford, at this point, trying to ignore that and facing forward to continue in.
Trying so hard.
The path, this protracted tunnel, you begin to notice what looks to be like smaller tunnels intersecting with it.
Like on the sides or higher?
Like one on the side, one a little higher.
Up in front of us?
I'm gonna, while I'm listening to Bo, I'm gonna just sort of fold my arms so no one can see the shape of my nipples right now.
All right.
You know, you are a very good reader. You give it a lot of character.
Thanks. As she reached down.
Man, I hate to interrupt. You know, we have some divergent pathways ahead.
They're tiny humanoid, longer snout, tails, scaly skin, kind of, I would say, lizard or almost dragon-like, but very tiny. And they're both just kind of sitting in there, kind of spears set to the side, kind of.
Yeah, about how far?
I'm gonna try to grapple the cage, the weird one, the one that's all weird and shit.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, not advantage.
I would say advantage because it doesn't know you're there.
Oh, you should.
Okay, 19.
19. Okay. If you'd like to describe your kobold.
You son of a bitch! You slow playing son of a bitch!
Playing the long game. The long con.
Want to move over to Allison?
Am I moving over?
Oh my god, long con.
Wow, we didn't. That was good. How? That was some bullshit.
Holy shit. There we go.
Make some room here.
Welcome, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Mommy! Yeah, I'm your mommy!
So this kobold has, he's got flasks hanging off him by ropes, and you can see that these flasks are basically just stoppered gourds, and they're sort of clattering and banging together. He's got a basket of swarming centipedes.
Ooh.
Slung over his back.
Open?
No, it's also closed off, almost like a closed off net of centipedes.
Oh my god.
With a rope attached to it. And then there is a clay pot hanging from that that has sort of an acrid smell rising from it.
Down.
And another clay pot tied to a rope that's lashed around his shoulders. His weapon is a staff with a living scorpion tied at the top of it.
Deuces, where are you when I need you?
Its little tail just sort of jabbing at the air. And the cage holds a creature that you recognize as a skunk.
It's fucking.
This is chemical warfare, man.
The worst is tied to this stick with the scorpion on it is a bag that is buzzing loudly, like it's full of hornets.
Hey, Spurt. How long have you lived down here?
11 days!
11 days?
How long do kobolds live?
11 days!
And in your 11 days, what is the worst thing you've ever seen down here?
My brother got eaten by a green slime!
Oh, that's
Wait,
really
like the
sad.
green slime you have right there, and then.
Yeah, that's the one!
Oh,
Do you like it down here? Do you want to come with us?
Where else is there?
There's other places.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, there's light. There's light and other terrain.
yeah. Would you like to follow us towards the light at the end of the tunnel? Oh my god!
Except we're leading him to like a really scary place,
We don't know that.
It would be really
It's right in there. We don't know. Jonas might love kobolds.
He's near the end of his life. We might as well show him great things.
So you guys see Spurt run out into this what looks to be, and the temperature here is getting warmer and warmer as you progress. Like you're starting to find yourself sweat uncomfortably. You rush out into what looks to be an open field of rock, like hewn, carved rock floor, like a courtyard, if you will. It's about 100 feet or so across at first glance. You can see across the way there is a wall, or portions of what looks to be a stone wall built into parts of an obsidian and stone, almost like a cliff face or the interior of a cavern. You look to the inside, in this brief instant that you take in the vicinity through your kobold eyes, this large chamber that continues on far to your left. To the right is a slightly, at a very, very steep incline, an obsidian wall, where what looks to be a pouring river of molten magma is coming down into what is a trough that goes across this open chamber, this river of lava, with a bridge that goes across it to the opposite side. To to the left, there is a what looks to be a very interesting, massive black iron citadel that sits maybe a quarter mile to the left of you. You can see it at the peak of it, and this is a very, very large chamber, dozens of thick, heavy black chains affixed to its peak, kind of drape off and they connect to the odd corners of this large cavern. This is far to your left. You're almost in like a small side courtyard on this side. As you kind of stop and look around.
Not like this, not like this.
Hilariously, unnoticed by what appears to be the two massive fire giants that are currently playing Sentinel. There's one across the way, leaned against the wall, standing about roughly 18 to 20 feet tall, dark gray skin, a little bit of red hair you see peeking from underneath its armored helmet as it's wearing heavy, dark armor covered in spikes, metallic thorns. You can see one hand is holding what looks to be a tower shield, roughly its full height, also covered in spikes in the front, with another shield just like that that's kind of leaning to the wall. It looks like it's currently kind of spacing out for a moment, looking back towards the citadel. What do you do, Spurt?
He spurts. And how far away is the closest one to me?
The closest one to you is about 20 feet to your left.
Oh my God.
I throw my wasp nest in a bag at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for attack on it. Or is it a saving throw on it?
Okay, so I throw the bag into a 5-foot square within 20 feet of me.
Okay.
And it just bursts open into a swarm of wasps with 11 hit points.
All right, so you watch as Spurt runs out, turns and the giant goes and like slaps.
You dead! I love him.
Okay.
Oh no. Please have some real armor.
All right, 22 to hit against you.
Okay.
You take.
Remember that number, kids.
28 points of bludgeoning damage.
I win!
You watch as Spurt turns after throwing this, and then a giant hammer just Gallagher Spurt across the stone floor of this.
I run to the side of the cavern wall and lean up against it and like shrink down.
All right.
Little green slime.
Alrighty.
Jar of peanut butter, get ready for a dick.
All right, so that finishes Yasha's turn. Not, you're up.
What the fuck? Super invisible, right?
You're invisible.
Yeah.
And I blessed you.
Sure, what does that do again?
It gives you advantage on
Bilbo
stealth.
Baggins your way across this bridge,
Take your
motherfucker.
time.
Just take your time.
Your time.
Okay, I will
How long can you
stealthily.
stay invisible?
1 minute. I will stealthily emerge.
So you've already cast invisibility on yourself?
Yes.
30, you can tempo more jump.
Absolutely.
Athletics check.
Less. It's 9.
9. So the good news is you don't into it, because lava doesn't really work that way. However, it's a lot of fire damage. Full submerged damage.
Okay.
So you don't take the full 18d10.
Did you take my goblin mom away? 9d10. Do it.
Yeah, it's at
9d10.
It is.
Ones.
If he rolls a 1 on all of them,
Ones.
I'll be okay.
Ones.
Yes, sir.
Ones.
Are you full health?
It's gonna be around 45.
He's counting.
Because you got baseball
He's
bat.
counting. He's counting.
Full HP.
I'm not at full HP.
He's counting.
It's gotta be low then to survive that.
48 points of fire damage.
Can I use my whatever it's called, uncanny dodge?
It's not
That
an
doesn't work.
attack,
No, it's
Here's the thing, though.
It's an effect.
Here's
You can't dodge the fire.
Here's the thing: is I'm holding a healing spell for the second I see him.
A cure wounds, which has to be up next to him.
No, healing word. I'm so sorry.
said cure wounds
I
earlier.
meant the 60 foot because I was trying for the 60-foot range. Second Caleb is through the hole.
Yeah.
The stone is sealing. I'm making that entire door is gone. It's just rock again.
The entire wall closes up with 5 feet of stone.
Nice.
5 feet is not enough. We must be running.
You guys, as soon as that happens, you're like, awesome. All right, let's go. And you hear. On the back, you can see the stones already like.
Must go faster.
All right, you guys go running. You hear the impacts from behind get more and more distant as you feel like you've managed to safely make your way beyond this strange encounter from the outskirts of this unknown fire giant
Thing went wrong.
citadel. And that's where we'll finish tonight's episode.